What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Blue in the Bronx channel. I am here with Alex for another edition of our Thursday Night Football telecast. Tonight, we have a divisional matchup with the 1-4 Denver Broncos versus the 4-1 Kansas City Chiefs. Big stakes for this game. Obviously, the Chiefs remain ahead in the division, but the Broncos are still looking for something to have hope for to hang on to their season. But it's been a disastrous season thus far. Alex, what are your first thoughts going into this game?
Well, I mean, you're looking at two different teams here from the same division. In terms of perspective, the Broncos, they lost to your Jets, which I think you could definitely provide some insight before we get into the game and their weaknesses and strengths based on what you saw on Sunday. They're looking to sell a couple of different players. Frank Clark is inactive today, amongst others. So he's going to be one that goes at some point. Jerry Jeudy has been in talks as well. So they're looking to sell off as many veteran guys as possible, and I think there's going to be a lot of contenders on the phone lines. You look at the Chiefs. I mean, they have Travis Kelce, who's healthy, so you could put that into a rhyme. And you have all your key players, key starters tonight. So with that being said, obviously the Chiefs are in favor for a very good reason. Before you go into anything else, I do want to present the inactives and then go to
Right
the
ahead.
chat. So for the Chiefs, they're pretty healthy, as I said. Mike Caliendo, Neil Farrell, Keandre Coburn, BJ Thompson, and Nick Jones. And then for the Broncos, Nate Adkins, Alex Forsythe, DJ Jones, Elijah Garcia, Thomas Incoom, JL Skinner, and Frank Clark. And that's pretty much that. But shouts to everybody in the chat. What's up to Armand? I don't know what specifically Steve Smith said.
I know what he said. He called him average. He called him a third-tier wide receiver.
Wow. Okay.
But
All
yeah,
right.
that
But
was it. As
we
we were,
got 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes to kick off. Luca, what did you see on Sunday from Denver that makes you think, okay, like their weaknesses is this and their strengths are this?
biggest weakness is the run defense. Brees Hall just ran all over them. I think it was like 177 yards for Brees Hall. It was a career high. But if I doubt the Chiefs go if they run heavy offense because they obviously have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. But if you use Pacheco, if you use McKinnon, if you use like those guys, I expect it to be a big night for the running game for the Chiefs. But that's not going to stop Mahomes from passing the ball. And obviously, with the Denver Broncos, you have the best corner in the NFL and Patrick Surtain. But I would like to see, who covers Travis Kelce because Tyler Conklin had a big game last week against the Denver Broncos. He had 4 receptions, I think like 67 yards. But it's going to be challenging for this team to cover Travis Kelce. Obviously, you have Sky Moore and some other nice receivers. But the biggest concern for Denver Broncos, in my opinion, is their run defense. Their offense is somewhat competent, but it seems like at times last week that they were handcuffed by the play calling. They just got too cute in too many situations. They easily, in my opinion, could have pulled away from the Jets, but it ended up that Sean Payton was holding them back in certain scenarios. Alex is on mute.
They got cute in certain situations, like you're talking about the end around to Marvin Mims.
Yep.
Some of these other different plays that they ran. So, as far as that goes, again, they're just cutting into their own mistakes and stuff like that. But we got about a minute to kick off here. Make sure, folks, to vote on the poll, like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. If you're a hockey fan, you're happy hockey's back. That's where John is. He's watching the New York Rangers. Whereas up Daniel Berry Sports in the chat. Just a channel update and just overall updates for you guys. So tomorrow we don't have anything. Saturday we got the Big Blue in the Bronx podcast covering the Giants-Bills preview. And then at nighttime we're doing a college game, the first on this channel, between the Notre Dame Fighting Irish hosting the USC Trojans, which the big hype on that is, of course, Caleb Williams. And then Sunday we'll be back for our Sunday morning show, the three of us again. And we'll go from there. But of course, Armin putting in, I hope the Rangers lose. Well,
Yep.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's coming from Penn's fans, so I do expect that to be the case. But we did predict that the Kansas City Chiefs would win this game. I believe Patrick Mahomes is 11-0 versus the Broncos career-wise. I think
that sounds about right.
against them.
That sounds about right.
In 17.
Yeah, that sounds about right 100% because yeah, I don't remember a single time because the Broncos have just been that mediocre. They've been that bad. Um, Obviously, he had the one game where he was hurt against the Broncos a few years ago, but he eventually came back and well, not in the game, but the team went on to win regardless. So it's yeah,
And let me say this as well. I'm trying to think. Now I just lost my train of thought.
okay.
It was a good train of thought, and now I lost it. But
It's all right.
yeah, should be about a few seconds to kick off. Oh yeah, this is where it was. Isn't this the third Chiefs game we're doing? Detroit and then somewhere else, something else. Didn't we do another
Chiefs
Chiefs
Jets
game?
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football. So I wasn't crazy. I wasn't crazy. What is up to uh
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey in the chat? Broncos have lost last 15 games to the Chiefs. So the Jets are not that bad. Oh, actually, no, that's actually the same record. Like you guys are last 15
Yeah,
games as the
since
Patriots.
2015. I think the last time I remember the Broncos beating the Chiefs, it was actually on Thursday Night Football, and Bradley Roby, I think, ran back a fumble by Jamal Charles into the end zone for a touchdown. It was
Yeah, that
Peyton.
was
I
long
think
ago.
I don't remember who started, whether it was Peyton Manning or Brock Osweiler, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's how it was.
I think Jeffrey's talking about Sergio Brown, the safety,
Hmm.
but I don't know what's going on in that situation. But
He
anyway,
was arrested for his mom's murder.
no, I saw he was arrested. I just don't know. Like again, I haven't paid too much attention, but thank you for the information, Jeffrey. Kickoff once again to come shortly, to come very shortly. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. So we're about to get kickoff here. If I'm not mistaken, the Chiefs are kicking off, but I could always be wrong on that one. I set all my fantasy lineups, so Pacheco is. I think Pacheco's the only Chiefs player I have, and I don't have anyone for the Broncos.
I have Rice. I have Kelsey. I think that is it. But it's
Yeah,
also
I just
something
looked
to
at it.
note that Travis Kelsey, before it was reported before the game, he was obviously questionable going in. He's active, but they will be heavily taping his ankle.
Okay. Yeah, just that non-contact. There was a stupid rumor going around that it was his Achilles, and obviously that was nowhere near the truth. But
Yeah,
again, he not that he's 100%, but he'll get that long rest from the Thursday night, and then we'll play their game next week, and so on and so forth. So we're about to kick it away here. Of course, we do get the Travis Kelsey Taylor Swift little mania that we have here. That's
haven't we had enough already?
as if we haven't seen enough already. But the Broncos are last and the Chiefs are first. They have reciprocal records at 4-1 and 1-4. The Chargers and the Raiders, one's 2-2 and 2-3. So Sean Payton again. These are two veteran coaches, but with two teams going in different directions. So anyway, we're about to kick off here. Harrison Butker will kick it away.
Wow, you're no offense. I don't know if we want to match up or not. You're way behind me.
And the kick is away. We'll match up in just a second. And this will go into the end zone for a touchback. And that'll bring on Russell Wilson. What I'm gonna count 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Or do you just want to do it on commercial?
Um, I'll pause right now. I'm at 41, 48.
All right, just on pause, and then we'll match up on
Okay.
commercial. We're only like maybe 3 seconds off. Jerry Judy in motion, and they're going to hand it off. And this is a big hole, probably about a gain of 7 on the play. That is Jaleel McLaughlin.
Had 89. I'm surprised that the Broncos went away from him in last week's game against the Jets in the second half.
Started his career with the Notre Dame College, excuse me, and then went over to Youngstown State as undrafted free agent. So McLaughlin in the backfield again. And they're going to hand this off to the fullback, gets a first down as Michael Burton moving the chains.
Michael Burton, a former Saint.
And a former Chief for a year. So, actually 2 years. So he knows what this team is about a little bit. So a little bit of a ground and pound tempo. We'll Wilson obviously wearing, I believe that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year sticker. Takes a snap from Cushenberry. This is a quick one, and this is to Cortland Sutton, close to first down. Trent McDuffie on the tackle, who will be about maybe a yard shy.
Good pass there.
Just a sec, guys. As Samaje Perine exits the game, but they're obviously doing that running back by rotation. How many sacks did the Broncos give up to you guys?
I want to say 4.
Okay. So they're obviously looking for a rebound tonight against Chris Jones in this pass rush. Burton in motion. They're going to fake toss. They got Judy, and they got too cute there. Way too cute. And it's a nice stop here. It's going to be third down.
Yeah, this is the stuff I'm talking about with the Denver Broncos. They obviously Alex acknowledges they got too cute. Like, just run the football. Why do a screen? Why make it so much harder than it has to be?
Shamari Connor on the stop. Luca, if you want to take this play.
Yep. So we got 3rd down and 2 here for the Denver Broncos, approaching midfield. 12:34 to play. As Wilson is in the huddle, now he's out. Javonte Williams in the backfield. In motion is the tight end. The tackle coming in as extra. Wilson calling out the protections. He takes the snap. He gives it up the middle to Williams. Williams jukes right, and he somehow gets out of the tackle, breaks free, and he's down to the 45-yard line. First down, Denver. There was no hole yet for Javonte Williams. He looked like he was going to be stopped, but he just breaks free of the one tackle, and it was a miss by someone in the secondary, and it's first down, Denver. What's up to Brad? As we'll have first down here on the Chiefs' 45-yard line. Denver in opposing territory. Russell Wilson in shotgun with Williams to his right. He takes the snap. He gives Williams right up the middle, and he is snuck up right there by Chris Jones. It is a gain of about 2 or 3 yards, but Jones was right there. Alexa and Princess Luca, no feeble, as he's being way more feeble than usual. Yes, he's watching the Rangers.
He's watching the Rangers.
Yes.
So I decided, you know what, take the night off. If you're going to focus on the Rangers, then we'll just call it tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I'll read Armin's comment because I'm pretty sure it's a good milestone for him. But
gotcha.
As I said, I'm still a couple seconds behind you, but I'll take the play. 2 tight ends set with Chris Manhertz and Adam Troutman. Wilson calling out signals Judy to the right and Son at the top of your screen. Takes the snap. And this is just great run defense. Chris Jones and Willie Gay Jr. on the tackle, and it's third down.
It looks like that Jones beat Quinn Meinertz up the middle.
Let's see, take a look. You're probably right. And yep, tackled McLaughlin in the backfield. So it's third down. Again, seems like very quickly the Kansas City Chiefs have figured out the running game, so it's going to be a third down situation for the Broncos offense as they are in Chiefs territory. Play clock winding down. Cushenberry with the snap. Wilson got some pressure. He's getting out of it. Escapes. He's got to throw it. It's caught by Troutman, and he's just maybe about a yard or two shy of the first down marker. That's a nice escape by Russell Wilson, but it's not enough for the first down, so they will do fourth down and likely send the field goal unit on, which is former Saints kicker Will Lutz. Obviously, Spags liking to send the pressure. No, they're going to go for it. I mean, 1-4, you might as well go for it here. Greg Dulcich is in the game. The second-year tight end. 3 tight end set, and looks like there's a timeout. It's going to be the Broncos taking the timeout with.
Let me know when you get to 124.20.
124.20. I'm already past 124.20.
All right, we'll see what happens now.
Okay. Yeah, Sergio Brown. Yep, saw that one. Fourth down and 3. Obviously, they're looking at his record in the playoffs and overall, of course.
Should be in sync now. Let me just say this. It's impressive that Steve Spagnuolo is still a defensive coordinator of this league. He's won 3 Super Bowls as a DC, one with your Giants in 07 and 2 with the Chiefs. And I guess players really like him.
Yeah, he's an older guy. Obviously, wasn't a successful head coach with the Rams, but, he's a good coach. And, of course, he's had success. He's had success wherever he's gone. Sometimes the talent hasn't been there, but for the most part, he's been a good defensive coordinator, and he fits really well in with his veteran coaching staff. 4th down and 3. Wilson calling out signals with Burton in the backfield. Wilson takes a snap from Cushenberry. Wilson got some pressure in his face, giving up from the right side. Wilson, he might run this one out. No, he's going to get tackled out of bounds.
That was so dumb. That was, first of all, we're intact, finally. That was so dumb by Wilson. I mean, I get it. Yes, it is 4th and 3, but just terrible, piss poor execution by the Broncos right there. And it looks like Garrett Bowles is constantly being pressured.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, he's a high-paid tackle in this league. They extended him not too long ago. What's up to Jets Mess in the chat? Folks, we're at 7 likes. Can we bump 3 more to 10?
Let's get there, folks. The more you like, the more people see this, more help out our channel. So we really appreciate it as we see a Cinnamon Toast Crunch commercial. At least I do. But just poor execution by the Broncos. What was that? A designed rollout? Was that no? That wasn't even a designed.
No,
rollout.
He had pressure coming from Troutman's side, which it was a max protect situation. But again, Roger says the Jets are going to upset the Eagles on Sunday.
I really hope so, Roger.
As well,
what's that?
Iz thinks that. He thinks that as well.
I really hope so, Roger. I'm going to be there as I will have my credentials, so I got to act professional. But in my fan heart of hearts, I actually hope that happens. And plus, let me say this: Jalen Carter and Darius Slay did not practice.
All right. I was thinking the New England Patriots had a chance, but now they're going Mac Jones. So, who do the Patriots play this week?
They play the Raiders.
Oh,
in Vegas.
Yeah, and I trolled everyone. I said that game's going to be a tie. Shampaz, what's up? He goes, I really hate the Dodgers. Yeah, the Dodgers are some playoff chokers. I was having a discussion with a few friends of mine today, and I'm like, you know what? That Mickey Mouse ring, that gave them validation that they really didn't need, because every other year they're out of the playoffs. Like,
yeah,
it's
like the Lakers, essentially. It's like the Lakers, essentially.
Right. And who would you like? Because I know obviously the Lakers' whole thing was, kind of a tribute to Kobe and whatnot.
Right.
But I don't know. I just maybe it's a Dave Roberts thing.
Right. Roberts is.
All jokes aside, I am happy for Torey Luvolo.
Yeah, he's a good manager. He's not an old school guy, but he's like, he's tough on the players, and you really want that. I know it's nothing in the Braves Phillies game, but can't wait to do more baseball action.
Yeah, we'll be doing it probably again next Tuesday. If the games are in line, of course.
Yeah, of course.
What is up, Jeff? Again, I'm sorry. What is up, Sunil in the chat? Congrats on your 589 subs. And then Sunil says Feeble is missing. Yeah, he's watching the Rangers tonight, and not that we're not big hockey fans, but we got a game to call here. So anyway, Pacheco gets a carry, and looks like he is stopped in the backfield by multiple guys, including the former Arizona Cardinals, Zach Allen. Speaking of Pacheco, he was my X factor to beat Sunil in fantasy. That was against the New York Jets.
Now, you said Pacheco's on your fantasy team, right?
That's correct.
Okay, just making sure.
It'll be 2nd down at 6. Kadarius Toney in motion. Pacheco once again in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Pacheco. Pacheco's got some room, and I think he got the first down.
I think he did too.
So it looks like they're attacking this weakness of a Broncos run defense.
And they're getting to the second level pretty nicely on that play.
And they have good field position because of the turnover on downs.
Pacheco averaging 4.6 yards a carry and a touchdown, one of which was against the Jets, which shouldn't have happened.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
There was actually, I'll ask it after this play because it has to deal with your team a little bit.
Okay, Kelsey's
Travis Kelce in motion. Pacheco in the backfield. Justin Watson at the bottom of your screen. Mahomes takes the snap. Got some pressure. He does have time. He gets it to Kelsey, who
Woo-hoo!
laterals it back to Noah Gray for a first down. That's a
That's a
great
smart play.
play. Smart
I-
play by the Chiefs, as Kelsey may have not gotten the first down, but he flips it back to Noah Gray, who just happened to be in the vicinity, and that's a first down for Kansas City.
Now, I doubt that was by design, but great job throwing it right into the zone. He has three defenders. Just great play, great IQ by Travis Kelsey. But
I think that's the
maybe
first time he's done that.
yeah, it's the first time I've seen him do that. Maybe if he's a little healthier, he probably tries to bolt through those guys and get that first down.
Right. As you said, he's playing with an injury, but taping up his leg. Two tight ends set again. Mahomes rolls out. Right. Mahomes under pressure. He's got to force this throw. This is caught by Kelsey as he's trying to, and looks like maybe a little bit of that injury is bothering him in the lower leg again. As you saw him come up a little bit of funny. But again, he's trying to avoid as much contact as possible, just trying to suit up for his team here, but he gets a nice gain.
Looks like they're playing some zone. No clear idea who was supposed to be in coverage that time. Looks like Josie Jewell came over for the tackle. 34 years old, Mr. Kelsey.
Hand this off to Pacheco. Some blockers out in front. Someone gets pushed over. I believe that was Austin Ryder, but that's a first down for Isaiah Pacheco.
And then there goes the grinding through right through this Broncos run defense.
Beg your pardon, it was Joe Tooney in front.
Yeah. You said you were going to ask me that question, or is that for a commercial?
Well, the question is how U Stadium put up a prediction, which was, well, not a prediction, but like a plausible trade. It was like Carl Lawson for Lucas Niang and like a pick. Mahomes rolls out. He's going to fire. Ooh, nearly intercepted. Dangerous throw. Jaquan McMillan could have had the pick, the second-year man from East Carolina.
That's not a throw that Mahomes usually makes.
No.
Or at least wants to make. But in terms of the Niang trade, I would definitely do it, but I don't think that Kansas City would be that willing to give him up because Lawson basically has no value as of right now.
And also, like, one thing as well, you guys signed Dennis Kelly, and I would imagine he probably gets snaps like later in the year. Kadarius Toney in motion, Mahomes, four-man rush, fires. This one's caught by Rashee Rice, and he's taken down by McMillan and Josie Jewell. It's going to bring up third down.
All right, fantasy points. Not only Kelsey, but Rashee Rice is helping me out.
What's up to Shane in the chat? Come to terms with the no, Sunil.
Sunil, come on. After one loss, they're not going to tank.
CeeDee Lamb creating havoc in the. I mean, I get the havoc in the locker room. I think that's a good point. And I know Jerry Jones is outspoken about it in certain ways. Rashee Rice in motion, Jerick McKinnon in the backfield on a 3rd and 3. Mahomes looks zips. This is tipped up in the air. Nice tip by Mike Purcell, the veteran defensive lineman out of Wyoming. That's a 4th down for Kansas City. So this is a good stop by this Broncos defense as they'll send down Harrison Butker. That's
at least something that they did strongly last week with the red zone defense. Now the Jets kind of shot themselves in the foot in the red zone, not so much with penalties, but incomplete passes and play calls. But good job by the Broncos defense here to at least hold the Chiefs to a field goal.
Right, as Harrison Butker, one of the most accurate kickers in the NFL, can also go deep. He's getting from 35 yards here. Snap, hold, kick is good, and the Kansas City Chiefs take a 3-0 lead off of that turnover on downs. But what was I going to say? As far as this comment, the Cowboys are not going to tank. The Cowboys, come on. Maybe you think that they're tanking just because they're playing bad, but they're not going to. Trust me. Do I think Dallas is any better? That, maybe when they get to the playoffs, like, maybe because I knew they wouldn't beat the 49ers, but I mean, they can beat a lot of their teams on the schedule, so I wouldn't be too down. I mean, this is a Giants fan talking. I was talking to a couple of my friends today about it. The Celtics, obviously with that Drew Holiday trade. So we got 81% in the chat for the votes as far as the poll goes. And thank you for getting us to 10 likes. We're going to push that to 15 in a couple of seconds here. But 81% for Chiefs, 12% for Broncos, and the rest say a tie. Let's get to 15 likes and share out. Of course, this always helps You guys share out. So whether it's on community notes or something like that, or whatever you do, helps us.
Helps us as a
Alexa,
channel.
I'm about to change my full screen name to Li Cowboy King because my temperament on this team has turned to a full 180. I mean, if I was a Cowboys fan, now I'm not. I don't think I would ever be one. I would have you kind of do expect the Cowboys to play up to the competition against the
Yeah,
49ers, but you don't expect them to get their ass beat. Like
of course.
I thought they would have lost by a stupid decision, but no, I'm sorry, they got their ass beat. Not that I'm saying it's better for my team, but I'm just making a point. But who do the
Can I
Cowboys
show
play this
something real
week?
quick?
Yes. Who the
I'm gonna
hell the
make this
Cowboys
quick as
play this week?
possible
Oh, they play the
because
Chargers on Monday Night Football. Okay. If you use the Chargers, then yeah, I don't know what this is. They showed it on screen temporarily.
that's Russell. Well, that's the playbook.
I mean,
How could somebody read that?
I don't know. I mean, you really shouldn't have the whole entire playbook on a wrist, but maybe it's just a select few plays. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But next week's Thursday night matchup, let's see. I think it's supposed to be more interesting than this one.
Jacksonville Saints, I think.
Jacksonville Saints. Is Luca correct? Luca is correct.
Yeah, because I saw
It'll be
the
a solid matchup.
advertisement.
Solid matchup. About to get back to the game here. Oh man, someone can. Lots of ways you're able to read it. I mean, if you zoom in, it's not like what was it? Luke Getzey. Remember they had the little the phones, and the NFL said that they weren't spying those
Yeah,
fans that
something
were right
like
there.
that.
I still think that's pretty dangerous though. So anyway, Harrison Butker will kick this off with 5:40 left to go, and he kicks this one away, and that'll be in the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Chiefs they're probably weaker through the pass defense. So if I'm the Broncos, I look to get away a little bit from the run more so than get to the pass. But it seems
They
as
really haven't had
Alex
success with rollouts.
true. They also haven't had success with the protection either on the left side with Garrett Bowles, Mike. What's his name? Mike McGlinchey had a rough week last week, and the tight end protection has not been good.
Right. They've allowed a couple pressures early. Michael Burton, the fullback, in motion.
There's
Now
8 in
they're
the box.
And they're going to hand this one off. Nice hole. Big gain to the 40 to the 43-yard line. That is Javonte Williams. Was injured last week, comes back this week, and he gets a nice gain.
I'm curious to see where they ran this. They ran it right up the middle. It looks like it wasn't near Chris Jones's area, so I guess they're trying to expose the weakness. Right past Leo Chenal, and it's just a good tackle there made by L'Jarius Sneed, I believe that is.
Yep. So 3 rushes, 31 yards so far. And again, this Broncos offense really has shifted through the running game. Play action. Wilson looks, fires, intercepted. Ooh. This one picked off by Nick Bolton.
Oh, my goodness.
Momentum in a good way, moving through the running game, and just a terrible interception by Russell Wilson. That's his third of the season.
That was awful.
Throw.
I mean, Bolton was right. I mean, he was just sitting in that zone coverage as he jumps up for the ball intended for Judy. And now the Chiefs have the ball with some momentum on their side. That's just terrible.
It's the second interception of the season for Kansas City, the other one being Mike Edwards. As the blue-collared redneck saying goes, if you fart your pants or shit the bed, then you got to check your britches for racing stripes. I've never heard that one before, but listen,
interesting.
If you go by it, you go by it. Blue-collared redneck. That sounds like the blue-collar comedy tour.
Yeah, with Jeff Foxworthy.
Larry the Cable Guy, Bill White. Actually, no, it's Ron White and Bill Engvall. Yeah. I'll try to be in the chat on Saturday night. Well, we appreciate that, Jeffrey. We appreciate that. Smacky the likey, hitty the subby, folks. We're definitely going to try to pump up some videos within the next few weeks. I know, obviously, we can't really do videos for baseball off-season until the off-season actually comes. So that's probably going to be later in the month. But if you guys got video ideas or whatever, listen, just shout them out, and we'll definitely take some advice on that. But And by the way, we are not streaming Sunday night's game. I will be out, and 2, I wouldn't anyway because I'd be wearing the paper bag the entire time.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, if it wasn't, if it wasn't for that day specifically, and it was like on a different Sunday, but the Giants were playing the Bills, me and John should do the commentary and have you maybe be in the background.
October 21st should be a good college football game between Penn State and Ohio State. Well, go Ohio State. I cannot stand Penn State worth anything.
Yeah.
Their fans are kind of like Eagle fans, but not really. So, as I said, I'm not a big Penn State fan, but go Ohio State in that one. Big Ten fans are just generally weird.
Right.
They're generally their own type of people. Russell Wilson has been taking lessons from Dak. Well, based on that throw, yeah. It's just you come out, play action, and you throw a duck. So, again, just don't know what he's doing there. Let's see. I think you had Williams leaking out of the backfield, too. I mean, yeah, that's like a check down, but only 3 routes developing. That just tells you they need max protect. Blake Bell in motion, in line as a tight end. I thought I saw a false start from Taylor there, but I guess they're not going to call it. Mahomes looks, fires, wide open. Travis Kelce, first down. There's a flag, I believe, thrown on the play. Kelce will go out of bounds. He's happy, all right, but I thought there was a flag. Apparently not. And of course,
maybe you're just reading. Yep, there is a flag. You're right.
Oh, there is. So I did see the toss by the referee. Mahomes thinks it's going to go against the Denver Broncos for holding. Sean Hockley announces it, but the penalty is declined.
Let's see if he moved early.
I thought he's doing that little thing that he did in week 1. I think the NFL needs to tighten up on that, honestly.
Yeah, they got to tighten that ship, but at least
I think the only reason they're not tightening up on it, and you'll probably see it this week against the Eagles with Lane Johnson.
Yep.
Because of more offense.
Oh, can we cut it with the Taylor Swift crap?
We're going to see it every time he gets a receptions.
Oh, my God. He got a reception. Yeah, he's Travis Kelce. No crap.
Kadarius Toney in motion with Isaiah Pacheco in the backfield. And they're going to give to Toney. Toney trying to swim out of it and just not very decisive there. Trapped in the backfield by Jaquan McMillan. It's not Raekwon McMillan. It's Jaquan McMillan.
And I just want to say, regarding the coverage for the Broncos, why are they so steadfast in playing this zone against Kelce when Mahomes is just leaking it right over the middle, just reading it perfectly?
What is up, Booyah, in the chat? 2nd down and 13. Justin Watson in motion. Mahomes takes a snap. Looks, got some pressure. He throws it over to Pacheco, Jewell, and Alex Singleton on the tackle. Pacheco not really happy with the form tackle there at the 15, but it's 3rd down. Seems like this red zone defense is really sharpening.
Yeah, but I guess their idea, the Vance Joseph idea, is bend don't break.
Right. So as of today, the red zone defense for Denver actually is 22nd. So
Eagles are 30th.
Playing up to the task. They just need the offense to do something. 2 straight turnovers. McKinnon in the backfield. Justin Watson at the bottom of your screen. Mahomes takes a snap from Humphrey. 4-man rush. Mahomes under some pressure. He might get sacked. He's going to throw this one away. Or this is picked off by Justin Simmons.
I tell you what, that was deflected. I think the pressure came on Jawan Taylor's side, and Mahomes just threw a duck. It was deflected, but there's nothing really could do about that. Mahomes kind of stood in the pocket a little too long, but that's the consequence. When you're going to have a defender deflect the ball, Mahomes could have got out of the pocket. He did not, and that was the end result, the Justin Simmons interception.
4th pick of the season for the Broncos defense. This is the first for Justin Simmons, the Pro Bowl safety. But 2:55 left to go. Kansas City turns it over in what's been a turnover-worthy fest. The angry one tonight is watching the New York Rangers, and I said, it is opening night, so obviously if he wants to have his focus on the Ranger game, and, we could have our focus on this game. Not that I'm not a Rangers fan, but we have...
this is our tradition.
We have a stark tradition on this channel to call the Thursday night games, so... Luca, it's time to come to terms with two things in life. Taylor Swift gets more reception than all the local cell carriers on 5G and 2. Like that. Cowboys' curse will be longer than the Jets.
Oh my God, Sunil, really? The
He knows
Jets
how to
haven't
push
won this.
buttons.
The Jets have not won a Super Bowl, let alone been in a Super Bowl. Let's count. 54 years. 54 years. The last time you guys were in a Super Bowl was the 90s. It's not that bad, bro. I'm telling you it's not. And the Cubs, they won their World Series obviously 7 years
Come over
ago.
100 years.
Yeah, they had a 100-year curse. So you're going to tell yourself that
because of a goat.
Yeah, the curse of the Billy Goat. But listen, here's the one advice here's one piece of advisement that I give. Tell Jerry Jones to stop meddling in operations.
Yeah, he thinks it's about himself most of the time.
Yeah, he
And
did.
what was it? At the beginning of the year, they introduced like a hologramic room where you get to ask Jerry Jones questions. It's like AI and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, AI room.
there's just a bunch of nonsense.
It's wasting money on it's playing with house money essentially. Like, here, I have a shit ton of money. Let me use it on this useless thing. It just doesn't make any sense. By the way, Alex, hockey update for you. The Rangers are up 3-0.
Good. You said we're in sync with Amazon, right?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. All right. Okay. But hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Post notifications so you know when live stream pops or video drops. As they're showing the duck of an interception, Mahomes, for him, that's his fifth.
I don't know. Is it me or am I being too picky? There's been too many of those interceptions for Mahomes this year, including against the Jets.
Two in the Jets game were terrible. I'd have to see the other intercept. Well, I mean, the one was tipped from Kadarius Toney, but this is a carry for McLaughlin. He only gets the 10-yard line. George Karlaftis on the tackle.
Again, this guy's got some speed, McLaughlin. I'm just surprised they didn't go to him in the second half of the Jet game, or perhaps the Jets made their adjustments. But, yeah.
They need to capitalize here.
Only player with 4 career interceptions against Mahomes.
I mean, that's a tough thing to ask.
That's quite a feat.
Yeah. Then again, too, they do play in the division, so you play them twice a year. And Justin Simmons is one of the longer tenure Denver Broncos. Handoff to McLaughlin. He's got a solid hole. I think he got his first down, and maybe the ball came out.
I want to say he was down. I want to say his bottom was down before he let go of the ball. Right now, they're going to say Kansas City, but I doubt that. I doubt that stands. I doubt that stands. They're going to talk about it.
I think what they may have seen is that maybe he rolled over and was not on his ass. Let's take a look.
Elbow. He's down.
Elbow. Yeah, the elbow. Unless they say the ball was moving, but again, I think the elbow is down. Yeah, the ass, the elbow. The ball was loose, but it wasn't loose enough in my opinion. Or will they play with this? Like, if I'm the Broncos, I might challenge this. Give your defense a little bit of a break. So it's actually they took the play off the field. Now it's a 3rd and 1. So Javonte Williams is in. So they overturned the call on the field. I guess maybe there was a signaling from the booth. 2 tight ends set here. They're also going to, I believe, get an extra lineman in here. That is Quinn Bailey.
We got
Williams in the backfield. And they're going to do a QB sneak, which is very successful and gets the first down.
I didn't even realize we had a Chiefs fan here. What's up, Jay?
Chiefs fan. Jay, what's up? Appreciate you being in the chat, but yep.
Hit the like button, sir. Please subscribe as well. We do Thursday night football games throughout the season.
Yep. And on Sundays, we do game previews and fantasy advice.
And betting.
So it looks like the defense is trying to sync up here. Looks like they're playing man coverage. Wilson, about 7 seconds left on the play clock. Quick pass to Judy, and nothing there.
What is it with these behind the line of scrimmage?
They're doing it with Judy exclusively. It's just like, why?
Doesn't make any sense. Judy could run over the middle. It just doesn't make any sense to do these stupid screen passes. It doesn't make any sense. You're not facing the Jets defense. The Chiefs have figured it out essentially. It just
I
doesn't.
don't get it. Like,
Use
did they
him
do
over
this
the middle.
past
That's
Kansas
where he's
City?
effective.
Did
Get him
they
one
do
on
this?
one with the safety.
Adam Troutman in motion. This will be the final play of the quarter, and this is a handoff to McLaughlin. McLaughlin's got some yards after contact, and he's about maybe a yard shy. They could run a play if they want to, but they should. I'm taking an honest guess. I honestly think that the Broncos might have the time of possession game. Like they may have the lead in time of possession.
We'll look up the stats at the end of the quarter, but I would say that's true.
Yeah. And then, of course, we'll get to the rest of the comments. But it looks like they're not going to run another play. And, yep, that's it. So 3-0 Kansas City at the end of 1. Have you guys tried the Prime Vision broadcast? What is the Prime Vision broadcast? Is that like a different alternative? It's to be interesting. I mean, I would definitely love to know. Maybe because I have Prime. I mean, maybe it's like a different thing. But again, I would love to know. Bad teams are stupid. What's up, Wampbag? He says, have to watch the Braves Phillies over. So relying on your stream for this game. We'll appreciate you tuning in, man. It takes about 5 minutes to go to Amazon. Can't just flip the channel. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Luca, Cubs was worse, 108 years, while the Jets are at 50% point, which was 54 years.
Oh, I know the Cubs Cubs curse was worse, but I was comparing it to your Cowboys and my Jets. But you said that the Cowboys curse was going to last longer than both of them, which is quite the hallucination.
Alexa, you seriously can't tell me you didn't watch Pixar's Cars movies as a kid? I did. Larry the Cable Guy was the voice of Mater. Oh, I know. I know. Let me guess. When I said Alexa, the Amazon went off.
Yeah, I had to scream for it to stop.
See what you guys do in the comment section? You trigger the Alexa when I say that. Maybe Luca just needs to wear earbuds too. Like maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a pair beside me, but
yeah, it is what it is. But real quickly before we get to the rest of the stuff, if you guys are interested in whatnot, we are sponsored by SeatGeek. So if you guys are going to any games, concerts, or anything like that SeatGeek offers, parking passes, you get $20 off with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx. His classic spot was confusing the spicy mustard for sushi for pistachio ice cream. Are you going to see the new Saw movie? I haven't seen like the first how many Saws. So I've done it twice where I've seen movies and I have not been in sync with the series. For example, I think I saw, the second Guardians of the Galaxy? I didn't see the first one. And then I saw the third John Wick. I didn't see the first two. So I need to stop that habit. But I was offered to go to the movies and see The Exorcist. But I said no. I got some plans, to do at home. And, obviously college is kicking in and all that stuff. And also got a preview for the Bills game.
Yeah, plus it's a remake.
Jay says Saw is not my jam too intense for me. So I don't know when the last Saw movie was made before this year, but my friend told me in 8th grade, which was 2016, 2017, that all the Saw movies added up to 666 minutes. Which maybe it was their intent.
Oh, God. I mean, that doesn't surprise me, but it's just like, oh, God.
So I'm going to get to this play, and then Sunil has a comment where he's talking about meddlesome ownership. 3rd down and 1. They're going to hand it off to Burton, and he's stopped in the backfield.
Oh, geez.
First there was Malik Herring, and looks like it's going to be a punting situation. Isn't that the second time they've ran it with Burton, though?
Yeah, it is. Second time on 3rd down, too. So they just stacked the box. They were ready. Not even a creative rollout either. And I think that's Mike McGlinch. He got away with a massive hold, but they made the stop, so that's all that matters.
Washington back deep. Riley Dixon, the former Giant and Ram, gets this one. Kadarius Toney is back there. Excuse me, that's not Tony. That's Washington. My mistake on that one. And tackle out of bounds. Patrick Mahomes' offense will come back on the field. Watching the 2023 Giants is more gruesome. Yeah, that's about where we are, Wampag. Asking for Jarrah Jones to stop meddling in operations with the team is nearly impossible. He could pass for tomorrow from elderly age issues and still be meddling from his grave. Yeah, I mean, listen, meddlesome ownership is if you like meddlesome ownership is not just saying what you want and all that stuff. It also has an ego to it because you
Yeah,
own the team or whatnot.
it's overpowering.
Exactly. Mahomes with Kadarius Toney in motion. They're going to give it to Pacheco. Pacheco, he's got about maybe 4 yards on the carry. Josie Jewell on the tackle. Cows and G-Leads will end up tied at the bottom of the NFC least. No, the Giants are going to be worse. I'll tell you that right now. The Giants are going to be worse. There's no way the Cowboys are... Okay, Sunil. So then who wins the Giants-Cowboys game in... I think it's like the beginning of November.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's in November.
Pacheco goes to the right of Mahomes. Takes a snap. Pacheco's got the carry. Though Taylor may have gotten an early jump, it seems like the Denver Broncos were not fooled on that one. Nick Bonito on the tackle.
Yeah, it seems like Donovan Smith got flipped over.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5. Luca, do you want to check the time of possession for me?
Yes, I can. Oh, here we go.
Valdes-Scantling in motion, followed by McDonald.
And we got a penalty. That's on Denver.
Some sort, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Somebody stepped off sides. Looked like it was Ronnie Perkins. Perkins, a former New England Patriot from Oklahoma, obviously didn't carve out a successful career there and now gets the offside penalty.
The answer is yes. Denver has more time of possession. I believe it is 9:53. It's 9:58 to 6:13. And Jay says he would like to see Rashee Rice get more targets tonight for Kansas City. I would too because he's on my fantasy team.
What's worse, renouncing your citizenship or your NFL fandom?
That's an out of left field question.
They're going to hand this off. No, it's a fake. They got Kadarius Toney in the flat, pushed out of bounds by Patrick Surtain. But I mean, it depends. Like, I guess loyalty come into play, and also the fact that how long have you been a fan of that team, and also how long you've been a citizen.
It's from
I guess
childhood, so you can't really for most people, it's from childhood.
Yeah.
So it's hard to renounce your NFL fandom. I can't do it to my team.
Yeah, even though they've given Luca nothing to write home about.
Exactly.
Mahomes, some pressure. Looks like there's going to be a flag in the backfield. Mahomes, he's just going to fire this one downfield, nowhere in the vicinity. So looks like I'm going to guess a holding penalty. It looks like Sean Hackey's trying to get out of the way of the tackles, and it's going to be
74. Juwan
Taylor. Juwan Taylor. Cowboys G-Lays game will end up tied, and McCarthy will pull a basic boom blaming the refs for bullying him. I mean, if that's the case, Mike McCarthy will definitely get in his own way. I don't see him blaming the refs, but if he does,
I mean, that's just like I think the Cowboys will win A because of talent, B because of coaching. I think McCarthy's a somewhat better coach than Brandon Staley.
Yeah. No. He's talking about the Giants game.
Oh, I'm sorry, but who knows?
2nd and 15, and this is going to be a handoff to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's got some extra shove there. Ronnie Perkins and Josie Jewell on the tackle. Who's on 3rd down? I wouldn't mind seeing Frank Clark come back to Kansas City this season. I mean, it depends what they do in division trade. But yeah, I mean, listen, if the Broncos like the package, sure. I mean, I could definitely see him returning. I hate the Cowboys and love making fun of them, but they're not going to be anywhere near the Giants in the standings. Yeah, and we're not talking about the Giants being up in the standings.
Huge gap.
3rd down and 8. Jerick McKinnon in the backfield. Looks like blitz is being shown. 4-man rush. Coverage drops out. Pressure. Mahomes says he throws. Caught by Kelsey in the middle of the field and a 1st down. Surtain with the tackle.
Good job by Mahomes trying to escape the pressure coming from the left side as he gets out of the pocket and finds a wide open Travis Kelsey. I think they ran that damn zone again.
It looked like it. Let's see. You know what I completely forgot was on this Broncos team?
It was a zone. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me just see who's getting to the passer here. Well, Benito's been good over the last 2 weeks now.
He had a sack last week.
Drew Sanders is on this team, a linebacker we were talking about during the draft period.
Oh, yeah. I remember him.
Mahomes takes the snap. Fires this one to Pacheco. Pacheco trying to shake out of a tackle. He does a little bit. Is he still up? He is. Ronnie Perkins tried bringing him down. It looks like Justin Simmons will finish the job.
About an 8-yard gain there for Pacheco. Nice yards after the catch.
The Chargers would kick out ass this week on Monday Night Football for a simple two-worded reasoning alone, Kellen Moore. Much better than Brian Scott in the Heimer. Scottenheimer. As I said, I never really thought that bringing Brian Schottenheimer back would have been a move that was like fancy. Maybe a Clint Kubiak, but nonetheless. 2nd down and 1. Mahomes, he'll hand this off to Isaiah Pacheco. Pacheco's got some yardage. He's got the first to the 14-yard line. Josie Jewell on the tackle.
There you go. Another first down.
Brandon Staley is one of the worst head coaches in the NFL. He will be the first to be fired. Well, there's a list. Eberflus. I don't think they got to do something in Washington if Rivera doesn't make the playoffs again.
McDaniels
is another one. I mean, if you put Staley on the Giants, he's not going to be good, obviously. Pacheco cuts to the outside, and McMillan and Surtain going to do a nice job of setting the edge there at 2nd down. But if Staley had like the Giants team right now, I don't know that they'd have any wins.
Yeah, he's pathetic.
Did you say Schottenheimer? Well, going back to Sunil Schottenheimer, but he was really Schottenheimer.
Jets fans do not have great memories of him.
Yep. Bill Belichick will be gone after this season.
I don't know about that.
There's a report coming out that I don't know who said it. It was one of the NFL reporters, Kelsey in Motion. I'll say it after this. Takes a snap. Mahomes looks, steps up in the pocket, fires, caught by Kelsey. Kareem Jackson on the tackle, and he's about maybe 2 yards shy. There was a report that came out, again, I think it was after the Pats game, that said, don't be mistaking and thinking that Robert Kraft won't fire Bill Belichick. But again, I don't know when his contract ends. I think it might be next year, but again, I'm not too sure. Like, are you really going to waste another year? And who's the successor, though? You got to really point that out. Because I don't see, for some reason, in that situation, I don't see the Patriots going outside of house.
Yeah,
which would be an issue, but that's nonetheless.
Imagine it's Bill O'Brien.
McKinnon, Mahomes trying to navigate. He's got the athleticism. He throws. Incomplete.
Out of reach for Sky Moore there.
Good job by Mahomes. Been all over the field tonight. It's going to be 4th down and 2.
Good job by Mahomes to move the pocket a little bit. As we're going to see the play here. You have Sky Moore set up for protection on the left side. He moves to a motion right with the route. And Mahomes tries to do some sort of spin move, but this throw, nice idea, but it's just a little out of the reach for Sky Moore.
Yeah, just a tad. If he puts that a little bit more to the left, my left, everyone else.
And look at this.
And then we got a QB sneak. Did they get there?
We don't have the view yet.
It's a terrible angle, of course, but. And that's a very creative play.
And somebody's helmet just got thrown.
Yeah, I just saw that one. Special teams coordinator Dave Tobe.
And
since 2018.
It is 1st down Denver.
Okay. So another red zone failure for the Chiefs, which is something, again, you probably aren't used to seeing with Kansas City. But again, I don't know what the line of scrimmage was. And I don't know what the 1st down marker was. But again, it's just.
It was 4th and 2. Hold on. Let's calculate. Let's calculate this. It was the Denver 5 they were on, and they were 4th and 2. They only got 1 yard out of it. So the line to gain was the 3-yard line.
He's worse because he has the players. The Bears coach, not so much. The Raiders coach is bad too. McDaniels is so conservative. It actually makes me fucking irritated. Staley has. It's been the thing with the Chargers really since like 2020, I believe it is. Like they fired Anthony Lynn, top 10 offense, top 10 defense.
But Lynn was
but the
not
special
Lynn.
teams was garbage.
Lynn was not a good game. He was not good coach.
He was not. Yeah, no. And then Staley, they kind of got like a more advanced.
Yeah, they just got an analytics geek.
If McCarthy shits the bed epically the rest of the way, I'd want Belichick down here without a question.
Are you sure about that?
Jerry Jones and Bill Belichick.
That'd
be an interesting power struggle.
It would be, because Jerry Jones would want to medal, and Bill Belichick would want to do his thing. And what's going to happen with Stephen Jones' son?
I mean, I would have mentioned isn't he the de facto GM?
Technically, he's like president of football operations or VP of player operations.
Basically, kind of like David Stearns. I'll take Oppenheimer instead. I mean, yeah, I would take Oppenheimer over Schottenheimer. With Philly strand runners. You talk about special teams as a phase for the game, but in Dallas, the entire team is special, especially bad. How many times is the coach and never the QB with the Chargers? I mean, I do think you probably have to call a little bit into Justin Herbert's game, but I think there's just, I don't know, man. I think there's what's the word for it? There's certain restrictions, like with how aggressive Brandon Staley is.
Yeah.
But again, what do I know? We got 2 likes to 20 folks. Thank you all for being here. But as I said, they did fail on 4th. Noah Gray came in. Tommy Townsend. They did the tush push, but couldn't get much of anything. Yeah, and the snap wasn't all there as well.
Yeah, it was kind of a obviously it was an impromptu play because they decided, okay, let's just do it. Mahomes.
What the hell?
I don't know what kind of mouth motion that was.
Maybe he was mocking like a
Looked like he was mocking a fish.
Yeah. Looks like they're stacking the box here, and not much for Javonte Williams. He's stuck in the backfield on that.
They've ran the ball a decent amount. Why can't they open up the play action?
Because Russell Wilson looked like a pumpkin. Again, once in their own territory again. They did start driving, and then the interception came. 2nd down and 8. 7:33 left to go in this lovely second quarter. Man in motion. Takes a snap. Wilson fakes. He's got some pressure, and this is caught. It's going to be 3rd down.
Catch made there by Greg Dulcich, who actually just came off of IR. It's kind of a weird pass, but somehow Wilson fit it in.
Yep, very sneaky throw. Sneaky throw at that. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. Wilson 17 passing yards.
That's not NFL caliber, folks. Never was, never will be.
Wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City's doing the tomahawk chop. Michael Burton lines up at the bottom of the screen as a wideout. Wilson in an empty backfield takes a snap. Has some pressure tipped in the air. That's incomplete. One of the defensive linemen tipped that one, and man, this Broncos offense really can't get going. George Karlaftis had the tip.
I'm not sure I liked running the ball on 1st down in front of a stack box. That's why I mentioned the play action.
Let's see, take a look. Yeah, Karlaftis with a nice tip. Former Purdue product. So Riley Dixon on for his 2nd punt of the day. Takes it. Gets it away. And they will let it. Oh, this is a drop, and looks like they'll just fall on it. Washington dropped it, but he quickly recovered at the 38-yard line. Booming punt by Dixon. About 6:28 left to go. Let's see what the chat is saying here. Let's see. Got that one. Herbert gets nowhere near the criticism as Jones, and he's better than him. Yeah, I mean, usually if you're winning, you do get less criticism. Joe, I see I'm not going to read it, but I like I see where the joke's coming from. Thank you for the
Thank you for the humor.
the I can't call it a super chat because there's no money attached. It's like a super message essentially.
Yeah.
Because he's a member. Justin Herbert will leverage his inner Chris Helmsworth Thor from the Avengers movies and lay down the gauntlet on Monday Night Football. Justin Sherbert, listen, Sherbert, the ice cream. That sounds pretty good. Okay, Chiefs, can you capitalize and score a touchdown? I mean, listen, if you want to distance yourself here and start getting it going, I think now is the time. You got decent field position. I swear to God, these new X Twitter bots are so effing stupid.
Why is that? What do they do now?
No, it's just like I keep getting added in all these sorts of comments. Like, shut up! I don't want to be a part of this. So, is it still 3-0 Rangers?
3-1.
3-1. Okay.
It's in the third period, I believe.
Solid position. What's going on in the Philly game?
All right, let's do a check on that.
We got 30 votes on the poll, so thank you to the folks that are voting on the poll. And hitty the likey, smacky the subby.
It is a shutout, 0-0.
Okay.
As it's like the end of the third, I think.
So let me see what the playoff schedule is next week, if they even come out with it. So Tuesday, what is a Tuesday looking like? There's a 1 o'clock. Why would you do an afternoon NLCS game?
Hey, listen. MLB is not exactly great with A, marketing, B, scheduling.
Let me ask you a question. What time do you get out on Tuesday?
I'm going to be in school by 1 o'clock.
Okay.
We're in for 1 o'clock, so that's...
Wednesday, the Astros play... They're doing it separate days. It's not the same days anymore, except for Game 1 and Game 2, differentiating, of course.
Okay.
We have to refine that because Tuesday, 1 o'clock. Speaking of Herbert, I don't think the Chargers have gotten any better going from Rivers to Herbert. I think Herbert's got more talent. I do think Phillip Rivers is a tad underrated in his career, but also people put him above Eli Manning, and that's just not something I'm going to do. Mahomes, play action. Zips fires. He's got Kelsey again, first down. Alex Singleton on the tackle.
He's just going to add to my fantasy points. But the defense is suspect as hell for the Chargers. It's been the same case as last year, even though they supposedly have elite pieces. I mean, you obviously have Joey Bosa. They just traded J.C. Jackson away.
I don't know if Khalil Mack got like 5 sacks in a game this year.
Yeah, it's like you have those 2 stud pass rushers, but you have nothing else besides
Derwin to back it up. And they
have Derwin. I mean, you do have Derwin James and Kenneth Murray, but still.
Mahomes drops back, quick pass, fires, caught. This is Noah Gray to the 42-yard line.
Kern, what's up? He says JC was useless. Well, yeah. Not many. Like, he's one of those caliber players that, plays in New England and is refined in the New England system, but cannot play anywhere else. He's like Trey Flowers.
Nate Solder. This is a very good but bad example.
I guess Ty Law maybe, but I guess he had a lot of interceptions with the Jets.
2nd down and 4. Kadarius Toney in motion. They're going to toss it to Pacheco. Pacheco's got some room. Pacheco's got room even more past the 30 to the 29. It looks like he almost did a backflip right there, but Pacheco got a first down. And they're not running it traditionally up the middle. And this is what this Chiefs team does. They do a little bit of misdirection. They do counter, which you just saw right there. And Ronnie Perkins bit. And he just took the wrong angle with Pacheco, which propped him up for a good run.
Again, Hayes says bad D coordinator for the Chargers. Well, I think Staley calls the plays, no?
I believe Staley does call the plays. Fake to Pacheco. Mahomes looks, fires, wobbly ball, but caught by Kelsey.
Why did it look like Donovan Smith was holding?
Pat Surtain had the reception.
Oh, jeez. No, get this person off the screen. Enough with the nonsense. Look on. They're not going to show Donovan Smith, but it looked like he was weirdly holding the guy. Yeah, he was, and they blatantly missed that.
Well, he got it to Kelsey. That's all that matters. And
it's all that matters that the guy was really standing right there, and he was being held like this.
Almighty in the chat. What's up?
What's up,
the Chiefs trying to capitalize. Had some failed red zone attempts thus far. Mahomes takes a snap. 4-man rush. Got some pressure. He's going to throw it, and this is to the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I mean, did nobody not see? Did nobody see the hold? It was blatantly obvious. It's like how Bryce Huff gets held. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I got to tell you that the Braves are ahead.
All right. One more likey to 20, folks. We appreciate y'all being here. Now, Kelsey, 109 yards already tonight. Kadarius Toney in motion. Mahomes takes a snap. Hands off to Pacheco. Pacheco, he's got some yards after contact to the 3. It's going to bring up third down.
I believe it was Trey Smith leading the way. Good job by him.
It's insanely windy in Kansas City tonight. I can see that, some of the wobbly balls coming out of the quarterback's hands, I should say, for better English.
Somebody explain this for me. Why the hell did Sean Payton bring back Vance Joseph to the Broncos? That's so weird. You get hired as a head. First of all, you're a head coach, and then you take time off from the team. Go ahead.
Holmes throws, caught, touchdown, wide open. Kadarius Toney, Jaquan McMillan in coverage, and that's a Chiefs touchdown.
There you go, as Jay was wishing for.
Kadarius Toney with his first touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs are now in front 9-0.
But the question I have was, like, for Vance Joseph, I don't know where he was D-coordinating before. Was it Arizona maybe? I'm not sure. It was Arizona. I think it was under Arians. They hire him as the head coach. He's there
No. What happened was he was hired as a head coach. I don't know what he was doing beforehand. Snap is good. Kick is up. Kick is good. There's a flag on the play.
I'm going to say it's pretty
But he got hired as the head coach. Then he got hired as the D coordinator under Kingsbury. And then now he's back as the D coordinator just in the Denver.
Isn't it weird to walk back when it's a false start? But isn't it weird to just walk back into, the spot you essentially got fired from? Like, that's like Todd Bowles returning to the Jets. It wouldn't make
any better that Denver's looked so poor. Not saying
they were so good last year. They were elite last year. And who was the DC? Was it Ejiro Avero? I want to say it was Avero.
Denver, yeah. Now he's in Carolina. And that Carolina defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, kick is up. Kick is good. No different result there. It's 10-0 Kansas City.
I think I have Butker on one of my teams.
Pickleball time now, boys. I'll let you know when you can get the opportunity to live stream my games. Just temporary expectations. I think he's talking about the Cowboys, or is he talking about the pickleball games? I don't know. I'm disappointed we didn't see Taylor Swift's reaction to the touchdown. Just kidding. Well, I mean, if Travis Kelce caught the touchdown, then
we would definitely see the reaction.
Then you would have seen the reaction. So
I know Travis Kelce already has 10 points for my fantasy league, which is awesome.
I gotta see how many Pacheco has. I got 31.
Rashee Rice has 1. Rashee Rice has 1 for myself. For my
Pacheco has 7 points. He's got 47 rushing, 14 receiving. That's in one league. I believe I have him in another league too. I think I have him on ESPN somewhere. It might be in one of Booyah's leagues, actually.
Yeah. I have Kelce
6.1, so it's a similar one, and I'm facing John in that league. I'm projected to lose, but Pacheco, I'm projected to lose because now I got to insert the kicker because Boswell's on a bye, and I got Younghoe Koo. Jefferson, that's right, he's on IR, so I get to do that. Yay! Screw my fantasy team. That's just a killer for me. So now I got to go get somebody, but obviously it has to be done after this game. But make sure you folks like, comment, subscribe, share out. We appreciate you all being here. I know we do say the like, comment, subscribe stuff a lot, but of course we're growing as a channel. We need your help as much as possible. But again, we
remember, folks, also don't drink and drive.
Because apparently Lucas has been funded by the Don't Drink and Drive Association.
I would be funded by AA.
Okay, so this is interesting. Who do I go after? There's a lot of free agent wide receivers. Brandon Cooks, which is interesting. Darnell Mooney.
I read somewhere he's either a waiver wire pickup that should be made or a waiver wire drop.
I mean, I don't know. Haven't seen much of Jerick McKinnon. Yeah, he's been mostly a third down back.
Yeah, it's been mostly
Look, there's Western Auto. It's not Western Auto. It's Western Auto. The T is silent.
Yeah, the T is not lit up.
So this is again next week. It's the Saints and the Jaguars. And again, the only Thursday night games, unless something happens that we're not doing, is Thanksgiving, because that's when I like to eat mashed potatoes, gravy,
Yeah.
turkey, and we're enjoying the fact that my team is not playing football. Because last year I had that unfortunate realization. Anyway, the kick is away and it'll be a touchback. If the Broncos, if you're the Broncos here, you gotta score. You have to stop.
Oh yeah,
getting
you have to
two
score.
and put it in the end zone.
You got to build off of play action because Williams has ran for about close to 9 yards per carry. McLaughlin has ran for 5 yards per carry. Build the play action. It's
Right.
not getting done.
Curtis Samuel's available in my league, so I picked him up. Samuel has 2 back-to-back double-digit games. Yeah, he's been used a lot more. I know he was used a lot against Philly, and he was used in a good amount against the Bears. Jerry Jeudy in motion and play action. Talk about play action there. They're going to get to Chris Manhertz, but Karlaftis with his second pass deflection of the game.
Nice play. Just reading the play real well. But good job by Karlaftis. I think that's his second, maybe third pass
pass deflection of the game.
Karlaftis is going to be matched up against the tight end Chris Manhertz. Manhertz goes out into motion, or I should say out to receive in the route, but good job again by Karlaftis.
That's what you're supposed to do as a defensive end, crash down on play action and rush the passer. Second down and 10. Jeudy again in motion. And they're going to hand it off. Javonte Williams, he's got an extra push by this offensive line to about the 33.
Looks like they had a blocker out in front on that play, so maybe it could have gone for more, but at least they get at least 8 yards.
So we're talking about the first half positions, 2 punts, an interception, and turnover on downs. As Sean Payton has the Cracker Barrel menu as the playbook.
I thought it would be Zaxby's.
Zaxby's, whatever Denver chain you want to. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Denver chain, but it could be a Western chain. They're down in 2. Let's see what they do here. They're in a little bit of a hurry-up mode. Wilson, Jeudy again in motion. Roll out. Wilson. What's he going to do?
Oh my goodness.
Just a horrible game tonight for Wilson, and this is just a nightmare on offense for the Denver Broncos.
I mean, you didn't really fake anybody out. No play action. It was just a damn rollout. They were all stacked on the right side. How could you not recognize? How could you not send somebody possibly to the left in motion? I mean, what is this play calling?
The execution's terrible too. So we're at the 2-minute warning. Hopefully I will be able to watch the rest of the game. I have a satellite internet and the storm is coming. Not a good mix. Well, hope you could stay intact through the storm, my man. Obviously, storms are not fun. Storms are not fun. But one more likey, folks, to 20. They're looking at Travis Kelce's new Experian commercial.
I mean, I just don't get the play calling there. It just doesn't make any sense.
You know what the problem is? I look at the Giants offense, they're terrible. I watch this offense, they're terrible. I watch the Patriots offense, they're terrible. Those are like 3 really terrible offenses. It's like, which one's like legitimately worse? The Giants have a bad offensive line. And obviously the quarterback ain't doing his job.
17
Denver, which the quarterback ain't doing his job tonight. Like Russell Wilson looks really bad tonight.
Oh yeah, 17 passing yards at the half right now, if I'm not mistaken.
And as far as what was the other team I brought up? The other quarterback is bad in New England too. So I mean
that he's having a Zach Wilson half, to be fair.
So Jay has a good question. He goes, I subbed and liked. How often do you guys stream games? So we do. I don't know if we'll do the Monday Night Giant game that's left, but we do every single Thursday night game. I don't think, as I said, we'll do the Packers Giants Monday night game because we're mostly Giants channel. We got Thursday night for the Browns Jets. That's later in
We
the
also
week.
could do the Monday night game between the Chargers and the Jets too. I know,
Chargers
obviously,
and
because
Jets. That's the week after the Giants game, right?
yeah,
So
possibly the
that's
Giant Jet game, possibly.
yeah. There's a lot of variables have to be mixed in there, but Thursday nights every single week. Um, and then just yeah, we have and it's not just games we do. We have multiple live streams, and it's not just football games we do. We got once a week for the playoffs for the MLB. We'll be doing Knicks games as we go along. I'm sure of that. And then again, multiple shows. We got the Boys in the Big Apple every Monday. Talking what's going on in sports, usually in the local area. But if we do get to a different point, or there's a question asked about something outside New York, we do get to that. We got the monthly call-in show, which is at the last Sunday of every month. We got the Rise and Rush podcast, which is on every Sunday morning, which is like 3 game previews, fantasy advice, and betting advice. And I'm pretty sure I covered all that. And also the Big Blue in the Bronx podcast, but that's mainly Giants focused, which is twice a week. I think I ran it down pretty well there.
Yeah.
So punt is away for Riley Dixon, the third of the night. And
Did it touch
Chief? Well, that's a solid punt, but
I would look at that, honestly. I would take a look
I would look at that too. Like, I don't know if it touched. It bounced a certain way, so it definitely touched one of the players.
They're not showing a replay.
They're not showing a replay. We'd rather see a T-Mobile commercial.
I mean, obviously, all plays are done by the booth now, which doesn't exactly help.
Because it's inside the 2-minute warning.
Yes, it is inside the 2-minute warning. Now, the question is, what was I going to say? Does Kansas City have another Thursday night game, or we do not know that?
I don't think so. I'm going to look at the Thursday night schedule. And obviously, there's no Thursday night game in Week 18. But I guess they're sticking with the call on the field that it did not touch a Kansas City Chief player. Nonetheless, they're backed up inside their own territory with 1:49 left to go. Travis Kelce in motion. Mahomes takes the snap. 4-man rush. Pressure by Benito. McKinnon, speaking of him, gets to the 22-yard line. He's still up, but they'll call him down. Stripped up there as they're going a little hurry-up offense. Taking their time a little bit too because, again, they got some timeouts to deal with. Very prolific offense. Mahomes, 4-man pressure. Fires this one downfield. Interception.
Boy.
What a duck. And there's a flag on the play, so this is not going to stand. Kareem Jackson would have had another interception, his third on the season, but I have a feeling this is going to go against Denver.
I also have a feeling that Donovan Smith was holding again. I could be wrong. I could not be. But I think Donovan Smith was holding again.
Yeah, it's going to be against Denver. Mathis gets the pass interference penalty. Damari Mathis, the second-year man from Pittsburgh. I mean, let's see.
See on the route. Yeah, but he turned him around.
I don't know. I mean, the grasp of the jersey. That's kind of weird, but anyway. Mahomes, quick pass. Ooh, nearly intercepted. Mahomes is not, I mean, he's done better, but not too much better.
He hasn't looked too sharp.
No, I will say that much. I will say that much. But the pass was intended for Kadarius Toney on a curl.
He probably should have, instead of deflecting that, probably went for the pick, in my opinion. But, it's better than missing on, trying to grab the interception and having Toney take this for yards. But, hey.
It's a bit of a positive play after the holding penalty. Mahomes takes the snap. 4-man rush. 5-man rush. Mahomes gets it out to McKinnon and dropped.
Yeah, that's a focus drop right there from Jerick McKinnon.
Saw the 2 guys in front of him and did not want any part of it, so the drop came there. Mahomes under 56 yards tonight. Touchdown and interception. 14 of 21.
That's honestly, the stat line's not too bad, but he has missed some throws.
Yeah, some ducks. Of course, if he played a little bit better, maybe it's 17-0 right now. But of course, it's a whole team effort. Humphrey with the snap, 3rd down and 10. McKinnon in the backfield, 4-man rush. Mahomes.
That should be that. Yep.
The holding penalty going to get called on Smith, and then just a throwaway. Now, here's the question though: Was that grounding?
Yeah, was he in the? Was there any receiver in the area, and was he in the tackle box? 2 questions.
I don't think there was a receiver in the area because I
I
don't think
didn't.
much
I didn't
time
see
was
one
going
either.
by. They finally got Donovan Smith on a hold, as kind of you've been calling all night. So let's see what Sean Hockley says.
There's 2 fouls on the play.
Intentional grounding, yep. Because there was not a receiver in the area and did not go past the line of scrimmage. So that's a loss of down, which will be 4th. So Denver gets the
Denver's
ball
getting
back.
another shot.
Now will they execute?
They have
At
what?
this point, Denver should consider firing real Sean Payton for fake Sean Payton, aka Kevin James from the Home Team movie about the year after the Bounty Gate suspension. I haven't watched that, but of course we've seen the memes.
Now he was outside the tackle box. Do you still have to hit a receiver in the area,
I
or
believe
no?
so. Or the throw has to be past the line of scrimmage. One of those.
It was line. I think it was past the line of scrimmage actually. So who knows?
Tommy
But that's
Townsend will come on to punt on a 4th and 26.
jeez.
Kick is away. Bit of a dribbler here. Inside the 5. Nice return so far by Marvin Mims, the rookie. He's got blockers out in front and going to get to the 24-yard line. So 47 seconds to go for Denver. They got 2 timeouts.
It's gonna be interesting to see if they can at least get a field goal. But play calling at some point has been holding them back.
Play calling and also quarterback execution.
Yep.
Thank you, folks. We got 20 likes.
Appreciate it. Keep hitting the like button if you haven't on already.
Yep. Talk to your friends, your cat, your dog, your hamster. Maybe they like background music as they go on the hamster wheel. You never know. You never know.
Travis Kelce won the towel.
Yep. So as Luca presented, Russell Wilson really hasn't had a good night. 5'8", 17 yards and a pick. And he took that unnecessary sack on the first drive and then slipped on the most recent drive.
Yeah, it was on the rollout play.
Wilson takes the snap, got a 4-man rush. He's going to set a screen. This is caught for Perrine. Past the 30 to the 35 to the 37. He gets out of bounds. Very wise there.
Not a bad play call. I mean, the defense is going to play back, but not a bad play call to at least start the drive.
Right. Sean Payton, obviously, Sean calling the plays. Perrine in the backfield again, former Cincinnati Bengal. Signed with the Broncos. Wilson takes the snap. He's got some pressure. This is incomplete. Cortland Sutton could not haul it in.
Looked a little behind him. Not trying to defend like Sutton all the way. That ball could have been caught, but that throw was also behind him a little bit.
Jalen Watson in coverage.
Little shimmy.
I think he threw it a little bit behind because he knew L'Jarius Sneed was coming in too. If you look at the replay.
Yeah, it was off that one read.
But nonetheless, another opportunity. 2nd down and 10. Wilson takes a snap. 5-man rush. He throws this one caught for Sutton. Maybe you ought to use a timeout or spike it here. Well, actually, no, you can't spike it. You just got to get a playoff. Less than 30 seconds left to go. And looks like that's going to be a timeout.
I don't like that throw by Wilson. I mean, I'm assuming that's a curl route, but that ball has to be more towards the sidelines.
My cat wants to fight Luker's cat. I think that works.
Okay, Sunil.
Well, I didn't know we were in the Michael Vick business.
That's dogs.
Well, we will. It's in the business. It's in the business of pets fighting each other.
Animal fighting.
Guess they're looking at the CEO of the Kansas City Chiefs, Clark Hunt. Third down and 5. The Chiefs could get the ball back, possibly, but again, Denver needs to execute here. They're on their own 44.
Judy in the slot.
Jerry Jeudy in the slot. Dulcich also in the game. 3rd down. Wilson under pressure. Takes a sack. Chris Jones
McGlinchey
coming in with Karlaftis.
McGlinchey got beaten like a drum there. Might have been McGlinchey, might have been Quinn Meinertz, but just another case of piss poor execution. Yep, he's going to be playing end on this play, and McGlinchey, no fight.
Yeah, there'll be sack. They might split that one, so it could be 5.5 or number 5 for Chris Jones. But they also had Garrett Bowles and Greg Dulcich matching up against George Karlaftis. So timeout by Denver.
Why?
A very interesting call right there when Kansas City gets the ball back and they could go down the field and they got 3 timeouts. So I don't really know as to why.
I don't know, Denver.
I've run out of options. Kick is away, Riley Dixon. And this is not a very good punt.
Yeah, it took a Kansas City bounce at around the 34-yard line. That's what they'll be. 15 seconds. Remember,
down the field and hope for a field goal.
Yeah,
stray cat taking it home. Just make sure it doesn't have diseases.
Yeah, you got to get that thing vaccinated. No rabies, no nothing.
Rabies, whatever other cat diseases there are out there. Make sure it doesn't have kids.
Yeah. Neuter the damn thing. And there's a flag.
Penalty marker. It's going to go against the Broncos.
Illegal touching.
So I think that's because maybe Moss he intentionally went out of bounds, took a certain amount of steps and didn't come back in on his own or something like that. There's something along the lines with that rule.
Yeah, he was, to be fair, he was also the first one to touch it. Coming out of bounds. I don't think you really can be the first one guy to touch it. It's got to be somebody else.
Mahomes takes a snap. Fires this one over to Jerick McKinnon. He stood up at the 44-yard line. It'll be second down, and Kansas City will take one of its 3 timeouts.
Almighty, should I cut the penis off? I mean, I didn't mean you neuter it, but I mean the vet neuter it.
Almighty. What we do with Almighty without Almighty in the chat.
Yeah, have the vet do it.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't, unless you have some sort of a medical degree we don't know about, then you probably should let the vet do it. Anyway, Mahomes, under some pressure. He's going to run for it. He's got a first down. And hit hard at the 42.
But to be fair, I don't think that's a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty.
Think they called it either.
No, I don't think that's a penalty because Mahomes was up in the air. He was going into his slide, but he wasn't down. And Mahomes was talking with the defense. I think it was Alex Singleton who made the hit. You're going to watch as, let's see, if nothing there. Mahomes decides to run for it. He runs for it. He starts to slide. Goes into his slide right about there.
He didn't slide correctly, though, as to where I would call the flag.
There's nothing slide
like you're going into second base.
There's nothing illegal there, in my opinion. Nothing illegal.
Harrison Butker will be attempting this from, I believe, 50-something. They're going to give us the exact measurement in a second here.
This is going to be from about, I would say 59 yards out.
It's going to be a 60-yard field goal. Let's see if, I don't think Denver's got no more timeouts, so they can't freeze the kicker. Snap is good. The kick, it is good. Harrison Butker from 60. And the Chiefs have shut out the Broncos in the first half, 13-0.
You want me to be completely honest? I think this game without some of the Chiefs' errors, it could have been worse.
Could have been a blowout.
Could have been 20-0 at that point.
But I guess we'll go into some halftime stats and then an advertisement. So I'm also going to have this just straight up on the screen. Russell Wilson, 7 of 11, an interception, 37 yards. Patrick Mahomes has a touchdown and a pick, 162 yards, 15-23. The rushing game, not so much. I mean, yards per carry is good, but when you have a quarterback that really can't do much, Javonte Williams is the lead ball carrier, 5 carries, 41 yards. Jaleel McLaughlin, 5 carries, 25 yards. Isaiah Pacheco, the lead carrier for Kansas City at 9 carries, 47 yards. Travis Kelce has dominated the defense of the Denver Broncos, 7 catches, 109 yards, and then not much receiving on the other end for Denver. 1 interception by Nick Bolton, and then 1 by Justin Simmons. There's that, and then also the team stats. We could kick into that. 13 first downs compared to the 5 for the Broncos for the Chiefs. The Chiefs have 6 passing first downs, 1 passing first down for the Denver Broncos, 4 rushing first downs for the Denver Broncos, 5 for the Chiefs. Chiefs got 2 first downs from penalties, including 1 on pass interference. Third down efficiency, both these teams haven't been good on third down. 2 for 7 Broncos, 2 for 6 Chiefs. Both these teams haven't been good on fourth down, both 0 for 1. Total plays, the Chiefs got 36, 27 for the Broncos. Total yards, 227 to 94, and what looks to be a blowout in terms of yardage. It all comes down to execution, folks. 6 total drives, each team 6.3 yards per play for the Chiefs, 3.5 for the Denver Broncos. 162 yards for the Kansas City Chiefs. Actually, we already went over the passing stats. Red zone efficiency, Broncos haven't even got there. 1 for 4 the Kansas City Chiefs, 331 in terms of penalties and yardage. So 334 for the Broncos, 3 penalties, 34 yards, 3 penalties, 31 yards for the Chiefs. 1 turnover each. And then time of possession, the Chiefs lead by about 3 minutes and 14 seconds, 16:37 to 13:23 in terms of that. And let me check the play-by-play because I want to see how far Denver has gotten, as in how far they've
Field
gotten.
position?
Yeah.
I also, if you haven't mentioned already, I apologize if I didn't hear you, but I think I saw a stat. Wilson is averaging 5.3 yards per completion.
I'm surprised it's not lower. Yeah, so I'm just looking at I think the Kansas City 38 is where they got the farthest.
That
They
makes
would have gotten to more field goal position and made it.
100%.
Well, you just have to give you. I mean, if you actually picked up a stray cat, Almighty, you'd have to go to the vet and have it checked out. If it bites you on the first hand, you just don't know. So you probably have to take it to the vet. They'll do some tests. But anyway, Luca, your thoughts on the first half?
Chiefs made some mistakes. Obviously, had the Mahomes interception. I'm surprised that I don't see more touchdowns on the board for Kansas City, but Denver, a lot of bad execution. This game could be a lot worse, but Denver is just not played up to par whatsoever. It's not even like, oh, the Chiefs are just better. The Denver, I think, in my opinion, is shooting themselves in the foot. They're not opening up play action consistently. Some of these play calls are predictable. Russell Wilson has not been good. And that's what happens. That's been the story of this Broncos team this year, outside of that one victory in Chicago. But not promising for Denver fans, not promising for Broncos players in general. It just does not look good. And Travis Kelce has been beating them consistently.
Yeah, they play that zone. I think the Rangers scored another goal. I think it was Jacob Trouba. But do you want to maybe do an immaculate grid to pass the time?
Sure, just give me 1 second here.
Yeah, I'll give you time. But we are sponsored by SeatGeek, folks. So if you guys are going to a concert of some sort, you need parking passes, or you are going to a ball game, you get $20 off your entire order with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx. Share out to your friends and do all the good stuff. So I got to switch this to another page. I haven't done an immaculate grid yet. But this one involves none of the teams that are playing today. So we're going to switch this over. If you guys have any suggestions,
please throw
them in the chat, because there are times where we are stumped on answers. All right, so here we are. The obvious one here would be Eric Kendricks. Not going to go there.
Yeah, no need to.
Let's see. First team All Pro. Blair Walsh never was an All Pro with the Vikings, right?
He started out really good with Minnesota, actually.
Well, yeah, he did. Was a first team All Pro, so Blair Walsh.
Yeah, it's not somebody you would think about because of how it ended.
0.2%. Okay. All right, Washington. I'm trying to think of like good Washington.
Washington and did what's his name? Hainsworth play for Tennessee?
I know he played for New England. He did play for Tennessee, but I feel like that's more of an obvious.
Okay. There's also what's his name? The pass rusher, Arakpo.
Oh yeah, for Washington too.
Yes.
I like that might be more obvious. Let's see, 6%. That's not terrible. Okay.
Vikings, Chargers, Browns, Chargers.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, that's a good one.
61%.
Nah, come on, that's a joke.
That's a joke. That's a fucking joke. Nah, they robbed us here. All right.
You know, we also could have said Travis Benjamin.
Yeah, we probably should have went with your guess, knowing that they'd rob us here. Tennessee and Cleveland. I mean, we're not guessing Jack Conklin because that's quite obvious.
I'm gonna try to think of like Kenny Britt.
Are you sure on that?
I will double check that he was a Brown. I'm pretty sure he was. I could be wrong.
Peyton and Brown. Yep. I'm gonna go with Kenny Britt.
Yes, sir.
4%. That's not bad. 61%. I can't get over that. Let's see. Washington Chargers. I don't think Storm Norton. I don't think Wes Martin. Storm Norton is a definite no. Wes Martin is another definite no. Let's see what we got here.
Maybe try to think of like offensive lineman.
Jadeveon Clowney. Did he? I mean, he would be more obvious. I don't know if he actually earned an All-Pro with the Browns, though.
Not the Browns. I would have to think the Texans.
Joe Thomas, that's obvious. I'm trying to think. I think.
What about Bitonio? Bitonio's an obvious, so I'll lay off to that.
Bitonio's an obvious, yeah. How obvious do you think Alex Mack is?
Not too obvious because they think of more of him with the Falcons.
Okay, so he was never a first-team All-Pro.
Yeah.
So,
what about like Washington? Washington, Trent Williams, right?
Right, but again, more obvious. Morgan Moses was never.
No, he's never that good.
Okay, Morgan Moses. I don't think it'd be Rollier. I'm trying to think like defensive players.
Scherf.
Scherf, yeah, but again, that'd be a little obvious too.
What about running backs? And receivers.
Would D'Angelo Hall be too obvious?
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
Never got an All-Pro.
There's also look up Champ Bailey, see if he was an All-Pro.
Like again, that'd be too obvious, but he was not a first-team All-Pro with. Actually, he was with Washington.
I think that's like the lesser of better options, but we could still think.
The
Washington.
Browns. Corners.
See, I would have said Laurent Landry, but he was no.
Well, you start thinking. I mean, obviously, we got time before the second half kicks off. I think I'm gonna start trying to think of like the first team All Pros. Maybe you think of like some of the because I feel like there's maybe offensive linemen that have played both for like the
Chargers. I'm looking at Chargers and not Chargers Vikings, Chargers Redskins or Commanders.
I feel like there's maybe something.
There's somebody we got to be missing.
There is because I'm like, oh my god, it's in the back of my friggin' head. First team All Pro. Trying to think like, Jordan Reed. Do you think Jordan Reed or Vernon Davis?
Reed was
not Reed.
Nope.
Oh. Vernon Davis. No. Damn.
What about Kirk Cousins?
Ryan Kerrigan.
That's a good one.
That could be a good one. It's just I don't know how much you didn't know because Tyrod got 61%.
I mean, it can't be that obvious, right?
No. I mean,
what about no? Hold on. I'll look at their defensive line because it's vaunted. Breland, Dunbar. Let me look up their punter, Tress Way.
Dustin Hopkins, maybe?
second teamer, but let me look at Dustin Hopkins. Nope, not Hopkins either.
Yeah, let's see if their long snapper did it. No, never.
No Preston
Holy
Smith.
crap. I'm trying to think of maybe the Browns. Like
Kerm says London Fletcher.
that's actually that might be a sticker. No, he was only a second team All Pro.
Damn.
That's a tough one, but I appreciate y'all all your guesses.
What about Santana Moss, former Jet?
Santana Moss, yeah, that could be one that's thrown in there. Damn, man. The Moss. He was second team All Pro. Again, his first team All Pro. Again, this would be Eric Kendricks, but again, that's way too obvious. D'Angelo Hall. I think I did talk about that one, but again, he never made an All Pro. Trying to think like great Washington players are solid. Landon Collins never got anything with Washington, to my knowledge.
Let me see if
I don't
this guy
think
did
John
it.
Bostic did. Yeah, no, John Bostic didn't. I don't think.
I'm telling you, I think you got to go with Champ Bailey.
Are you positive?
I mean, did you check out Champ Bailey if he was an All Pro?
He was.
I'll check if there's like any other guesses that I'm not thinking of. But
Josh Norman, maybe.
Josh Norman, it's a good one.
Norman, nah, no Norman.
Let me look up this name and then we'll just go with Bailey.
Paul Richardson.
No, he was not that good.
I don't think so. But
yeah, you might as well just go with what's his name? Bailey.
Any other like Washington running backs? Because I know there was like one in the mid 2000s.
Fuck, what's this? Let me look up Clinton Portis.
Clinton Portis might be one that we put in. Once Armin says Sean Taylor.
Second team All Pro.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it. So it's got to be Champ, and it's going to be like at 100%. Oh, Champ? Okay, I guess we were wrong on that one. What the hell, man?
Tennessee and Minnesota.
Someone has their friggin' alarm going off. Like Washington and the Chargers, like I feel like
somebody's got to be there.
Somebody, man. Clinton Portis. I mean, did he play for anyone else other than Washington?
He played for the Broncos, not any other team that has been listed.
Damn. This is tough. I mean, I don't remember any famous tight ends. Well, I mean, I don't think Peyton Hillis was an All Pro.
No, not even. Maybe, because maybe.
No.
I'll double check for you.
No, he wasn't.
Fuck.
He was not. He was not. I mean, Jim Brown would be obvious. But let's see. We got Trent Williams, yeah. But we're gonna go back to the game because I'm pretty sure it's on its way back. Gamecast, yes.
Rangers win.
Good. Very nice. All right. So looking at two quarterbacks and two veteran coaches as the kickoff is away. And this will go to the back of the end zone.
All right, let's see what the Chiefs do.
Ozzie Newsome for Browns first team All Pro. That's a good one. I'm actually going to put that one in right now. Who was one of the top executives for the Ravens, still is, but Ozzie Newsome. Thank you for that, Armand. I actually didn't even think of that. 2%, which is good.
Okay, never mind with that.
So, first down at 10. Kadarius Toney in motion. This is a misdirection run. Really counter to Isaiah Pacheco for a gain of 5.
All right. They're trying to go back to the run game again. What menu do you think Andy Reid has?
Maybe Waffle House, but again, it has to be Midwestern, so we'd have to topple on ideas. Second down and 4. Mahomes with Rashee Rice in motion. Mahomes takes a snap. Looks. Fires this one to Pacheco out of the backfield. Trying to shake out a tackle. And he gets pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down.
He's looking at the Big John steak and onion menu.
Is that just you looked up a chain?
I looked up Midwest chains, and that was one of them.
Well, I mean, steak kind of does sound good right now. So it'll be first down and 10 again. Nice mover of the chains with Isaiah Pacheco in the backfield. Kadarius Toney in motion. Fake to Toney, give to Pacheco, and Alex Singleton comes from behind to make the tackle.
Good play there.
Former Eagle. Yes.
2 of them.
A burger menu. That's one. Outback Steakhouse.
I know Midwest, White Castle.
Well, I mean, if it was like, if the Chiefs weren't a good offensive team, I would say it would be a White Castle menu because I just don't like White Castle. Mahomes takes a snap. Looking. Got some pressure. He's going to check it down to CEH. And Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's got a first down.
Poor tackling, poor angles.
It looks like there's a little bit of trash talk. It just seems like they're attacking him with the swing passes. No, cats don't really go outside for walks yet.
What are you thinking of putting the cat on a leash?
I wouldn't suggest it.
Because they'll end up just laying down.
I think what they're doing is they're focusing in on more Travis Kelce, and they're just allowing the swing passes.
They also had a Blake Bell as a receiver, but he also blocked out in front.
Mahomes takes a snap, quick throw to Kelce. He's got a first down to the 41. Singleton.
Right between not one, but 2 linebackers.
Right. You need a litter box, almighty. So we're looking at most games versus single team with 100 receiving yards. Broncos and the Raiders are at the top.
DeAndre Hopkins has a lot versus the Titans. Funny enough, he's playing on the Titans.
True. First down and 10, CH in the backfield. This is a little bit of a loopy throw. And Sky Moore gets a first down. Seems like they're still playing with this bend but don't break philosophy as they peek into the red zone almost.
They can't even afford to do that because the offense has been terrible. So they have to be a little more aggressive on defense, I would think. But Vance Joseph is just, I guess, being stubborn.
A not even think prediction. So you got to spit it out right away. Do the Broncos score a touchdown this game?
This game?
This game.
I'm going to go garbage time, yes.
Okay. Man in motion, CEH motioning as a fullback, Jerick McKinnon in the backfield. They'll give it to CEH, who's going to flip it to Toney. Tony's going to look to throw it. He throws it. Ooh. Incomplete. 2 defenders collided there, Mathis and Jaquan McMillan. Threw it into double coverage there.
Collide.
Yep.
I guess a creative play. I guess an okay play call, but execution was meh.
Castellanos hit a home run again.
Yep, and there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, and that's a home run.
Need to know more about Cats. Taylor Swift's special menu. Well, yeah, maybe it is the Eras Tour menu.
Maybe if the safety sat back there, he would have picked it off.
This is a quick throw. Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice has got a first down. And more past the 10, inside the 10-yard line to the 8.
Thank you, Rashee Rice, for giving those fantasy points. And he nearly fumbled on that play. Nearly fumbled. He's in the slot. He's going to go across the middle. Great yards after the catch, and McMillan nearly knocks the ball out of his hands.
So it looks like they might be propelled once again to put it in the end zone.
They probably will, because this defense is maybe tired as hell.
First down and goal. Kadarius Toney in motion. They'll give it to CEH, and looks like near face mask there. Benino with the first contact, Josie Jewell making the tackle, but I thought it was pretty close to the face. I need to see a replay of that, to be honest with you.
Look close.
So I'm going to advance Joseph, the defensive coordinator.
When was he ever good is the question.
I mean, I don't know how his defense is ranked in Arizona. Maybe the COVID year, and that was it. Pacheco comes back. He makes the catch on a screen, and Jewell pushes him out of bounds. And Isaiah Pacheco wants a flag. He's not going to get one.
Vance Joseph actually used to play for the Jets, but before his Denver stint, he was a D coordinator in his first year with Adam Gase.
Angry John makes a
What's
little
up,
bit of a
Angry John?
presence here in the chat.
Awesome.
Well, obviously, congratulations to us Rangers fans for taking the victory. Hey, John, you got to put a cat on a leash. They not going to do.
Bro,
Well, I mean,
they're
not dogs.
Plus, if you call them, it's not like they're gonna come back to you. Like, maybe
Third down, 4-man rush. Mahomes rolling out of the pocket. He's looking. He needs to find somebody. He's just going to toss it at the back of the end zone. So there's a catch for Valdez-Scantling, but it was way out the back of the
I
end
have
zone.
not seen him targeted all night.
Mahomes just trying to make a play.
See what they do with Travis Kelce here. He's being highlighted, and Kelce is going to go through. Yeah, not much. He's just right through the middle, but
could have had him. But again, it's just he was rolling out of the pocket, so
he goes through the middle. Yeah, maybe he was open.
Escape, though.
Yeah,
he had ample time.
He did have ample time
him to roll out.
But it's also a difficult throw when he's rolling to his left and he has to make a throw with his right. So
Butker from 25 nails this one, so it's 16-0.
There you go.
Not a victory, but a beatdown. True. Feeble having a feeble night. Yeah, feeble is feeble.
I'll be right
there
back.
are reports that the Giants traded for interesting trade. They're rumored, but the Giants should not go after a wide receiver. Giants should not go after a wide receiver. There were reports last year. I probably would have taken him, but again, I mean, I just don't see the need. The need for it when we have other needs. You know, get picks back via trades. You go from there, you know? So that's just my opinion on things. No win now moves. Well, I mean, even if I'm not saying I'm embracing the tank, but even if I was, I would still say the same thing. Like, Giants need O-line help. The Giants need help at other positions, and wide receiver is not one of them for right now. Not saying that they've been spectacular. They have not, but my, oh, my, oh, my. Let's see. I want to take a look at this game that we got here between the Phils. So I know Kerm said it was 3-1. Like it's the Phillies are a fun team, and I hate that because I don't necessarily like the Phillies. Luca has deserted me, so Brad. Folks, make sure you smack the like, hit the comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. We don't bite here. We got to get to 25 likes. Again, we appreciate y'all being here. You know what? Actually, if it was not further like in the commercial breaks, I'd say let's start the Immaculate Grid again. But Luca has come back with what I'm guessing is to be dinner. So, third equalizer. You know, I want to see the first two before I see this one, but again, what do I know? Thursday Night Football. Next week is Jags Saints. I'm pretty sure they faced most years in the preseason, right? At least I think so. Princess Luca has gone for more fairy dust. You listen to Ken Carson? No, I do not. I actually had to look up to see if I knew them or not. Call the fight this Saturday. I know the Big Blue Crew probably will call the fight this Saturday. We're doing college football. So if you want to get our reactions on Caleb Williams, here's the way to go. Kick is away by Harrison Butker, and that will be into the back of the end zone.
I mentioned this earlier. It's interesting that Vance Joseph got a head coaching job working with Adam Gase.
What do you mean?
The reason he was hired was he ran the defense in first year Gase Miami.
Oh. Adam Gase got him a job. Well, congrats, I guess. So
Before
first down
that,
attempt for this feeble Denver offense.
he was a defensive backs coach for Cincy.
37 passing yards in the first half, 3 sacks for Russell Wilson. So if he's on your fantasy team, he's probably not having a good night. Snap from Cushenberry. Handoff. This is McLaughlin. He's got about 4 yards. Chenal and Brian Cook on the tackle. Sean Payton's got the glasses on, so he didn't have the glasses on in the first half. Yes or no?
He did not have.
So maybe it's a superstition thing. Maybe he thinks he needs to look older. I don't know. Second down at 6. Wilson with P. Ryan in the backfield. Takes a snap. Wilson, he's going to go deep with this one.
Oh, that's...
Ooh, yeah, and they're going to call the flag on Jalen Watson. Looks like there was a bit of hand fighting there, and nice deep shot, though, because it does get the penalty. And even if it's incomplete, you draw the penalty, that's an extra how many yards?
So you're going to see a one-on-one matchup. Sutton's going to go to the left side. You see some hand fighting there, and he pulls that left arm. So
if he doesn't pull that left arm, we're talking about an incomplete pass. It's a nice PBU, but just not a good penalty.
Yeah, it's not a smart play.
So another first down for Denver. Adam Troutman in motion. Takes a snap. They're going to give it to McLaughlin, and nothing there. Derek Nottie on the tackle. Out of all teams, why did Sean Payton choose the Broncos? I don't know. I mean, there was a few teams open, but I know there was speculation about the Chargers that he didn't take. So I guess, there was speculation about Arizona, if you guys remember. There wasn't really more speculation about the Colts or the Panthers, but he chose Denver for whatever reason, I guess, to work with Russell Wilson. And it hasn't really worked out so far. Wilson takes the snap. He's got a screen to McLaughlin. He's got some running room. And to the 47 he goes. Nick Bolton is a little slow to get up there.
I like the screen game that they're opening up. I wish they'd do that a little more.
Work off the screen game, exactly.
Because they're getting some decent chunks.
See if we could screenshot that playbook right there. So it'll be a 3rd down and 2. The Broncos have not been good on 3rd down. About 7:12 left to go. Play clock winding down. Wilson takes a snap. They're going to give it off, and they got a first down.
All right. Now they're deep in the territory.
Looks like Garrett Bowles was pushing back on Leo Chenal there, but a first down for the Denver Broncos.
See who gets this block out in front. We're going to have Ben Powers. He's going to make the key block to get that first down as he was blocking Nick Bolton on the second level. So good job there.
Again, the running game has been solid for Denver. It's just they haven't gotten the passing attack going other than screens. They'll have McLaughlin out as a wideout with Jerry Jeudy in motion in the backfield to the right of Wilson. Takes a snap. Wilson, 4-man rush, fires Jeudy with a catch and a first down for something that's not a pass in the backfield or a short pass or a screen pass to Jeudy, but he gets a nice gain there and moves the chains for Denver.
I like the little creativity there with having Jeudy in the backfield. Obviously, no running backs, but finally getting Jerry Jeudy some action. He's been out there, but he hasn't seen much.
Running a little angle route, Texas concept. Calling out signals. Wilson. This is the farthest they've gotten in Kansas City territory. Takes a snap. Popped up in the air. And intercepted. Just as I said that, Justin Reed comes down with a pick.
And another Denver Broncos drive stalls.
That's the second interception of the game. One to Bolton. This one tipped up in the air. Justin Reed with his first pick of the season. Russell Wilson and the Broncos stall once again. I was a literal jinx for that. I must say that. I was a literal jinx. I said, this is the farthest they've gotten in territory. Boom. So, obviously, we're going to go back to the Mr. Immaculate Grid. I did put Ozzie Newsome, and they actually got some solid votes, solid percentage at 2%. So, thank you, Mr. Armand. Again, Eric Kendricks would be good. Trying to think of other, Vikings.
What about
Maybe
Doug Williams?
One of the Quessenberry brothers.
Hold on. Let me look up Doug Williams real quick.
Maybe Quessenberry. No, wait, yeah. David Quessenberry would be Vikings Titans. Yeah, Vikings Titans. So hope that it's not too high of a percentage. 0.3%. That's actually pretty good. So we did knock down there. They have to take out Wilson. Who the hell's their backup? Let me look on the roster. It is Jarrett Stidham, so I don't really know about that.
Exactly.
Stidham did win some games last year. Russell paying his homage to his mentor Dak Prescott, or the other way around. Randy Moss for Vikings Titans. Yeah, it would be a little bit more of an obvious one, but we'll go back on that if we can't get it. Just feel like it's Chargers Washington is like one of the things that it's gonna end up bugging me.
Joe Theismann.
Yeah. Washington All-Pro.
Joe Theismann.
Bridgewater. I don't think Bridgewater would work in any because he didn't play for the Chargers. First team All-Pro for Washington.
I mentioned Joe Theismann.
Yeah. Just like how much of that. So it looks like quickly we're back to the game. Where are we at? Right here. Okay, so yep, the interception. Let's see what happens. Just another tip.
Good job by Willie Gay, coming right off the blitz.
Pacheco lines up out of the backfield. Mahomes looks under pressure, gives this one to, looks like it's Noah Gray, and he's going to get maybe 1 yard at that.
Good job.
I know that there's been talks about other teams' locker rooms, but I really wonder what this Broncos locker room is looking like.
Yeah, I'm sure everything's going to explode soon.
I mean, Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, and then the defense, man. I mean, have they done perfect? No. But they've given enough chances to Kansas City, to where they should be executing. 2nd down and 9. Takes a snap. Mahomes. He's got some pressure in his face. Receivers covered up. Mahomes. He's going to run. He's tackled from behind. Nice play there. And it's going to be 3rd down. Looks like Jonathan Cooper, former pass rusher out of Ohio State, was the one who got him down. Broncos going to blow it up. I mean, I don't know how much years is left on that Russell Wilson contract, because didn't they extend him once they traded for him?
Let's look at the contract.
Yeah, I'll have you pull that up. So 3rd down and 11. Looks like the defense could be getting on the back on the field soon for Kansas City.
He's got till 2029, but he has an out in 2026.
Mahomes takes a snap. Looks. And he may run with it. He's going to run with it. He's going to ask for blockers. He's got a 1st down and more.
Good job of the secondary, but there's no spy on Mahomes. Leaves him wide open, 1st down.
I thought they were playing zone there. But 1st down, Kansas City. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, they were playing zone pretty much, all the way. And I mean, he could have went to Justin Watson, but he instead took the gain of his own, which at least moves the chains. Kadarius Toney in motion. Pacheco to the right of Patrick Mahomes. And he'll take it. Pacheco, not much there. It seems like around the edges they haven't been good running the foot. They have been good running the football, but in the interior, for the most part, Denver's been able to stop it.
Our buddy Jake, who we know is a Zach Wilson pessimist, he's like, damn, Zach Wilson might actually be better than Russell Wilson.
He might be the better Wilson. As you see, look at that again. Just the foot tap by Jawan Taylor. I thought he moved early there. Mahomes can check this out to Pacheco, swing pass, and absolutely blown up right there.
Took a shot at the end by Mike Purcell.
It's gonna be third down. Third down and 1, that is. So 2:30 left to go in this third quarter.
For some reason, I'm going to bet on the tush push.
Okay, so Lucas says tush push.
Well, not exactly.
That's going to happen. And it looks like got a little wildcat action. Kadarius Toney keeps it. They get cute, and the Broncos defense is right there. Josie Jewell, Nick Bonito, along with Lancaster on the tackle. Tyler Lancaster, that is.
I don't get this right here. As you can see, he had Nick Bonito off the edge. He's not fooled. No blocker comes out in front.
Like he crashes down, but he reads it. He stays stationary. So
he was just right there, all over him.
They could have had an illegal block in the back, but again, it's a good stop by the Broncos defense. I mean, if you don't score if you're Denver, man, I mean.
Kansas City is leaving you in this game. Chance after chance after chance after chance. It's still 16-0.
Unreal. But the Broncos are now inside their own 5 due to special teams. Tommy Townsend with a nice punt. 127 left to go. They'll probably do like a third. I was about to say they'll probably do a 30-second or maybe even a little bit more than that as an ad break. But again, nice recovery by the Watsons and special teams. So I guess we'll move back to the Immaculate Grid. Let's see right there. I know you said Joe Theismann.
Yeah, Joe Theismann.
I'm just trying to think of like other options. We did Trent Williams.
Let me look somebody else up because I think they played for Washington.
Smack you the likey, folks. Hit you the suppy. Do all the good stuff, folks. Who are you looking at specifically?
Never mind. He was past his prime with the team. That was Bruce Smith.
Damn.
I'm going to look on those McNabb teams.
Ryan Kerrigan. Who'd you say?
I said I'm going to look on those McNabb teams.
Well, I mean, we need to come up with players, not look them up like that. So we might as well. We could go Theismann.
Yeah, go with Theismann.
All right. It's going to be a large guess, but 26. That's not terrible. There's no way that should be over Tyrod.
Right.
There's no way that shouldn't be over Tyrod Taylor, though. So we got Vikings and Chargers, and we got Washington and Chargers. Anyone ever share the same backup quarterback?
Let me look at somebody who was also a Jet.
Obviously not Geno.
No, not Geno. Case Keenum never played for the Chargers. Sam Bradford never played for the Chargers. Christian Ponder.
I don't think he was a Charger, but I could be wrong on that. Washington. Damn, man, it's just.
Any running backs?
No, not to my knowledge. Unless I think this one could be it if I'm correct. And I am, but he's on the freaking practice squad. Jared Patterson. Any tight ends, to my knowledge, probably not.
Also, Washington Chargers we could think of too.
Yeah, Jared Patterson has not played a game with the Chargers, so that's an invalid pick. But I'm going to go back to the game because we shall. All right. And we're here, and we're going to move this. Okay. Inside their own 5, Adam Troutman in motion. Michael Burton, the fullback. And they're going to hand this off to Javonte Williams, and he is stuffed. Obviously, they're not going to get the safety, but Drew Tranquil was immediately in the backfield along with George Karlaftis.
Can I ask, who didn't know that was coming?
I don't know.
Who did not?
Very obvious.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 in the box, possibly 9.
I would like Burton to maybe chip Chenal there, but again, I don't know if that was his assignment.
This is garbage.
Like, that play call is garbage. I will say that. Second down and 12.
I bet they're going to run it again.
Play action. Wilson, he's got to find somebody. He's getting out of there. And Wilson gets the first down, or he's very close to it. Leo Chenal on the tackle.
Might be a little short,
and
but I guess you could work with that.
Would be a first down. Now Peyton has the glasses off, so I guess his superstition hasn't worked for 3 quarters.
Maybe he gets it.
I think he does. Like, he's just there. So I think they should run one more play, and that's what they will do. Wilson, under pressure, he's going to run it. It looks like this is the best offense he could provide. He gets about 9, and there's a penalty marker down.
Penalty marker.
Don't know. And I think I'm going to say it's holding on the offense, but I'm not too sure.
My opinion, I think it'll be Garrett Bowles. No foul on the play.
Second down, which will probably lead to a clock rundown, which will likely lead to the end of the quarter. Unless, they'll probably start the clock very soon. Dude, if you literally pause it, you could probably see the play calls. Big meaty menu. But that's the end of the third quarter, folks. Broncos still shut out 0-16. And while we have that, before we get to the Immaculate Grid, this channel is brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are going to a concert, need parking passes for a stadium, or you're going to a ball game, share this out with your friends, your family. Get $20 off your SeatGeek order with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx. All right. Let's see how much we could do off this Immaculate Grid. Here we are. Immaculate Grid. Okay. So we got 2 more to go. We got Washington, and I don't think Tony Bergstrom played for the Chargers, to my knowledge.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
No, he didn't. I don't think Spencer Pulley played with any of the teams except for no, that's a no on that. Damn, man. Chargers Vikings. Not ringing a bell. Washington and Chargers. I mean, I don't think Steven Montez played the Chargers. He's in the XFL now, but
let me check Junior Seau.
Okay. Antonio Gates, Chris Carter. You know, I don't think Antonio Gates played with more than the Chargers, but I could take a look. He's only a Charger now. He's a Legends ambassador. And then Chris Carter. I mean, he played mostly with the Vikings. Yeah, so unfortunately, that's where that goes into play. Vikings. This one's tough, man. Vikings, Chargers. Too bad the Questenberry brothers are not the same, because that would work there. But
I'm trying to think either of their late 2000 teams, mean the Chargers, or their 2018 team, possibly.
Yeah, I don't think Brandon Fusco did not play for the Chargers. Balaga, no. Who the hell was their right tackle before Balaga?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. That one's tough, man. I say maybe we switch to baseball a little bit.
No, not until he's figured this out.
Okay.
What about no, not Okung.
All right, the game is back, so we got
Yeah.
that. Let's see, there we go, and there we go. Okay. So Russell Wilson escapes, and he gets maybe an inch more than he got earlier. It's third down and inches.
Clappity,
This
clappity,
Exorcist
clappity.
ad out of my way. I want to see the game cast. This will be a third down situation. They have not scored at all today. The
Let
most
me
they've
ask this. Was Titans Chargers an option?
We may have taken care of that one. I'll take a look at the Immaculate Grid, though. Third down and 1. Wilson hurrying up the offense. Extra lineman and Bailey. They will hand it off. And he's got a first down. Javonte Williams.
Nice little play there.
You said Titans Chargers?
Yeah.
That's not an option.
Shoot.
So first down as we begin the quarter. More rushing yards for the Broncos, but once again, it comes down to execution and total yards. That goes to Kansas City. (26-32 to 19-47) and counting for the Denver Broncos. Troutman in motion. Fake. Two-man pressure. This is caught. No, it's dropped by Sutton. Got to hang on to that. And Justin Reed a little slow to get up after that one. Yeah, he's down. He's hurt. Maybe
Oh my
he
God.
slid the wrong way or something happened.
Oh my God.
What?
We have Vikings Chargers available, right?
Yeah.
We have an obvious answer. Linval Joseph.
Why didn't I think of that? I'll put that on. So we were wrong on one of them, obviously, but Linval Joseph nets 16%. What is up, Jacob? He says he's watching us on his way home from work. So we had a 217 rarity score, which is not good. We get it, Luca. You're saying hi. So let's go to baseball now that we got most of the football. Well, all the football done, basically. So here we are. 20-win season. Did Doug Drabeck have a 20-win season?
He might have.
Let me take a gander. Gander on that one because Garrett Cole would probably be too obvious. Yeah, he did. He did. So I'll go put Doug Drabeck. 54%. Why is it my first guesses are always trash? Oh my God. I'm never going to guess
Pirates Angels.
Who the hell would be in that one?
Sean Rodriguez was never an Angel, right?
I don't think so. That's a name I haven't heard in years, though. Actually, Luca, he was.
See, I'm a smarty.
%. Okay, so we're getting off on the better terms here. You could do Willie Hamilton or Barry Larkin here, but I'm pretty sure those would be obvious. A's and Reds.
You said A's and Reds. It's Angels.
You know what I mean? Angels, Reds. San Francisco and Angels. I mean, you could probably go one obvious one, which is now I'm completely blanking on that.
Is Alex Cobb.
Yeah.
What about Giants, Angels, Corey Gearin?
I haven't heard. Are you positive on that one?
I'll double check, but I'm sure I'm positive.
Yeah, we'll put this one in and then go back to the game.
No, he was never a Angel, unfortunately.
Okay. Back to the game we go. So it'll be second down and 10 after the injury to Justin Reed. Chiefs fans are loud and proud at Arrowhead Stadium. Wilson takes a snap. Quick
Oh,
pass. This is tipped again. I mean, he's had a lot of batted passes tonight, including some of the picks. It's going to be third down.
I would say Chris
Jones with the
Jones
bat.
was the one.
Kansas City just completely stalled them.
He's going to be lined up here against Powers, and he just beats Powers.
Can't seem to do anything right except run the football. Third down, 4-man rush. Wilson taking a shot. Oh, just off the hands. Just off the hands of Brandon Johnson. It's going to be fourth down.
Jesus. Opportunity after opportunity after opportunity.
He's going up against Watson here. He doesn't
One-on-one.
really even beat him, too.
Yeah,
Watson's
that
got good
was
coverage and he got safety help.
that's good coverage there by Watson, and he never really beat him step for step.
Riley Dixon on the punt. Montreal Washington back deep, starting from his own 22. There's a flag down. Washington cutting it to the outside. He's past the 30. He's past the 40. He is to the 47-yard line.
Did you just see that? Did you just see that? You saw that the punter literally dive into one of his own teammates, right? He knocked out one of his own teammates. Not nearly knocked him out, but still.
I didn't see that, honestly.
If they show a replay.
So looks like Sean Hockley will have the call.
Only bad teams, in my opinion, have holding penalties on the kicking team.
I know how that happens. I just don't know. Here's something that never happens. Cesar Jalari is hurt and may not play again. Well, who knows? He may not. He's not going to give up on his career that early, but I will say this. Maybe he doesn't play for the Giants again. The dude is literally made of glass. I've never seen somebody so made of glass. Like, he's worse than Giancarlo Stanton. All right, back to the Immaculate Grid. 20-win season. Barry Zito comes to mind.
Did Zito actually do it though?
Take a look at that.
Check Jason Schmidt too.
Who?
Jason Schmidt.
Because Zito never did it with. I haven't heard of. And no, the highest he got was 18 wins.
Because I know he won Cy Young one of those years. What about Giants? 30 stolen bases, maybe Kenny Lofton.
Another name I have not heard in a while.
I think he was a Giant at some point.
No, you're wrong.
If not, check Ray Durham.
Ray Durham. Stolen bases. Let's see. He slowed up on stolen bases just as he got to San Francisco.
What about what's his name? Marquise Grissom.
That was my next guess, or maybe Orlando Cabrera. Vizquel, did he ever do it? No, we were looking at 30 plus stolen bases. I think Grissom may have been too far gone. He was with San Francisco to have that many stolen bases, and I'm right on that. Orlando Cabrera, I don't think he got that many with San Fran.
What about Andres Torres?
Well, names out of the hat here. Stolen bases. Very close, 26, but just not enough.
Close. Can I answer Jets Smith's question real quick?
Sure.
Do you think Gibson will still be sitting out the kick and punt returns? Well, he wasn't sitting out the kick punt returns last week, so he had a blunder of a game, but I don't think he'll sit out this week.
Thinks he's going to stick with them and him instead of McCole Hardman.
Hardman's useful, but I don't know why they're using him or not using him. Excuse me.
Yep, just what you need. Rainy day books and then Taylor Swift next to Patrick Mahomes.
Good God.
First down and 10. So I guess by the way they're positioned, maybe the penalty was on the Chiefs. Because I looked at the outside stadium view and I'm thinking to myself, so apparently the penalty was on the Chiefs. So maybe Sean Hockley got it wrong. Takes a snap, hand to Pacheco, and he doesn't have much of anything. Alex Singleton on the tackle.
Singleton, the former Eagle.
Again, I have to give credit all the way to this Denver defense. Is there a penalty?
No
I
penalty.
was looking at Hockey moving back. Why would they do that? But you gotta give credit because it's constant effort after constant effort. Like the Giants with Tyrod Taylor may score more against Buffalo than Denver does now. It's not ridicule. It's not a ridiculing accomplishment. Mahomes drops back, 4-man pressure, screen to Pacheco. He's got some running room past the 20. Singleton with a nice tackle, about a yard after the first down marker, moves the chains.
That was a great block. I think that out there was Creed Humphrey just leading the way for that screen pass. Gets that first down.
So another first down and 10 situation for the Chiefs. 16-0. Mahomes calling out signals and protections. He's motioning in Kadarius Toney. Flip. And Ronnie Perkins almost had Pacheco, but Jaquan McMillan
He's had a nice game.
Up for a tackle for a loss.
He's had a nice game out of all the defenders for Denver.
Yeah, I really got to give it to this defense. It sucks because if they had a decent offense, they'd actually be good. And the offensive guru genius and Sean Payton, I guess, can't dial up anything together. But then again, when you have Russell Wilson, the way he's playing, Noah Gray in motion. Mahomes takes the snap. 4-man rush. Mahomes going deep. He got just off the hands of Watson.
That ball's got to be caught. Ball's got to be caught. And he's hurt.
Tough drop.
He's hurt now. He beat Mathis one-on-one. He burned him deep.
Man.
Where does he get hurt, though? Does it bang up?
Maybe his knee or his hand. He was holding his hand, so I'm going to guess maybe his hand, but just something happened here. Maybe as he hit the ground and maybe
I think maybe something with the forearm. Like maybe like a twist of the forearm. Not a healthy twist, obviously.
Yeah, they're going to be looking at Watson down now.
On 3rd and 11.
So another commercial break, which means another trip back to the Immaculate Grid. So now we got this. All right. 20-win season Reds. Maybe we could not like any notable Reds pitchers.
I don't think Cueto did it. I don't think Homer Bailey did it. I don't think Trevor Bauer did it.
No, he didn't do it. Again, we're taking suggestions from the chat as well.
I don't think Rob Dibble did it.
Let's check out the name Rob. Maybe he played for another team that will help us out here. So Dibble, no. Yeah, no. His career was very, very short.
I think there's Tom. Let me look up the specific pitcher name. It's either a Browning or a Downing.
Let me see if Wally Joyner played for more than one of these teams that we're talking about here.
He played for the Angels. That's what I know.
Yeah, no. Damn, man. Let's see what we got from the chat. They took him out after the second muff. That's what Smith says.
Yeah, maybe they did, but I must have not noticed. Tom Browning is the guy's name.
Reds. Yeah, that's pretty much that. It did get to 20 wins, so.
All right.
We got that on the board. 23%. God, we're doing awful with these Immaculates today.
It's Reds Angels, Zach Cozart. Or Giants. You can do whatever.
Well, which one do you think
honestly,
is like
Angels what?
Which one do you think?
Angels Giants, Zach Cozart.
Angels Giants.
C.
name I haven't heard of. Okay, so that's wrong.
Try Angels Reds, and then we'll go back.
Second here, we'll pull it up. Angels Reds it is.
Maybe sign a minor league deal with the Giants.
So the game is back, and we're going to switch to that.
When is it a point to bench Russell Wilson?
I mean, the hell? Why can't I find
McKinnon?
There we go.
Oh my goodness! Look at
He's
this.
got a long run. Jerick McKinnon past the 50 is a flag down to the 40 to the 30, inside the 10 to the 9, but there is a penalty marker down.
Penalty marker down.
JT Snow, that's a good guess. I like that from Sunil in the chat. But let's see what this penalty marker is.
They're looking at Valdez-Scantling for something.
Maybe it's an illegal block.
Yeah, they're walking back, so that's going to tell you something.
I mean,
yeah, there he is. That is blindside.
Walk.
Crackback, blindside, could be either or. I'm curious if let's see. Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's going to be on Valdez-Scantling pushing them back.
That's a killer penalty.
Bonds, there's no Giants, what do you call it? I'll get to this one in a second, Hayes, but there's no Giants and Pirates combination, unfortunately.
But Barry Bonds for 30 stolen bases, yes?
Did he steal 30?
He could have. He was easily one of those guys.
And
but
McKinnon was actually out of bounds before his big run.
Yep. So that's going to even bring down that's going to even bring him back further. I'm sure Mahomes is bitching about it, even though he gets every call in the fucking league.
So, looks like they're trapped inside their own 15-yard line. Third and 17.
Call ref cheating now, Kansas City.
Mahomes. From the own 17-yard line. Valdez-Scantling in motion. Takes a snap. Quick throw to Rashee Rice. Rice has got some room. He's got some good speed, but he's going to be well shy of the marker by about 3 yards. That's some good speed there.
Good stuff. Hey, listen, that does for my fantasy team. Almighty says you don't need Lyle Collins.
Well, I mean, if I would like him to stabilize our quarterback situation. Looks like Mahomes is still chalking with the refs.
Bro, it was a illegal blindside block. Get over it. Jeez.
Tommy Townsend, the punter. Gets this one away, almost blocked. And they could have room for a solid return. Mims from his 30. And he gets to the 39.
Question of the drive. Are they going to get a score?
No.
I don't think I'm going to be fair here. I don't think the Chiefs defense has been dominating. They've been good, but they haven't been like foot on the throat. It's self-inflicted mistakes consistently.
What are our chances of signing Lyle Collins? Giants have $4 million, Jets have $6 million. I don't think the Jets are going to go after him, honestly. Like, that's just my personal opinion because they did sign Dennis Kelly.
But, I hope we do.
For the Giants, I mean, at least just get somebody. Like, you could mix and match with a good line or at least a solid line. But the problem is they don't have any cohesion because you're constantly moving pieces around. And also, Andrew Thomas is not going to play this week, so God knows what's going to happen. First down and 10. Wilson from the 39 takes a snap, fake to McLaughlin. Wilson looking, firing, caught.
Nice job.
His best throw of the night, first down to the 40. Cortland Sutton on the receiving end. Easily his best throw of the night.
That was right in front of Williams.
Joshua Williams, that is.
Right in his zone. And good pass pro for the most part.
held up with a 4-man rush. Still not over 100 passing yards. Now they're going to hand it off to Williams. Williams, he's got about 5 to 6 yards on the carry.
Why are you running the football down 2 possessions?
I don't get that either, I'm going to be honest with you.
Why? I mean,
maybe it's just the flow play action a little bit. Maybe make them guess a little bit. But again, you are, less than 8:30
down
left
16
in the game.
points with 8:20 to play.
Second down and 5. Judy in motion. Fake to Williams. Wilson, he's got to throw it somewhere. He's going to run for it. He's got a first.
Is there a flag? No, there's not.
No flag. So he was pushed out of bounds.
It was a legal hit.
Yeah, it was. This is not the no fun league yet.
This is not Patrick Mahomes flopping against the Bengals last year.
Yeah, let's see. I'm surprised nobody. I think it was like McGlinchey or something. I'm surprised he didn't get called from an ineligible man downfield. Yeah, he was still in bounds. That's a legal hit. So
they're not even in the red zone yet.
Clock winding to 7:40. Wilson with Burton in the backfield along with Javonte Williams. Williams gets the carry. He's stuffed.
What are they thinking, honestly? A run right up the gut, right to Chris Jones. That's essentially telling Chris Jones, here you go. All right, take this guy. I mean, what is the play calling? I mean, he just beat
Jacob. He was watching the Rangers game, so we decided, tonight he does his thing and we do our thing, and then we'll be back on stream Saturday, but he'll be back on stream Sunday.
McGlinchey's been terrible tonight. Rough 2 weeks. I don't know how he's
under 7 minutes to play. Wilson takes snap, 4-man rush, fires a check to McLaughlin to the 22, and it's going to bring up third. Should I start Brees Hall this week? The Eagles' run defense, I'm pretty sure, is good, right?
Eagles are like in the top 4 run defense, so I would hesitate. But their pass defense sucks, which I was surprised at the numbers. They're like 20. They're like in the back 20s. Which is amazing, but no, I would not start Brees Hall this week.
And I'll get your comment in a second, Jacob. 3rd down and 5. Crucial 3rd down here. This is ultimate 4th down territory, unless you're Josh McDaniels. Blitz coming. Wilson's got to get this one off. Judy, incomplete.
Nope. Oh, there's a flag.
Yeah, there's a flag down. I thought he underthrew that.
Yeah, so did I. Trent McDuffie on the coverage.
And
oh, Jesus.
Roughing the passer.
I'm curious to see this one. Because you always want to check. This is on Edwards.
Mike Edwards specifically.
Comes with the blitz. You've got to be shitting me. You got to be shitting me.
The only way I could see is like if his head is in the chest, but he was avoiding.
What? You got to be shitting me.
Like,
how is that? You got to be shitting me.
Even Andy Reid's like, get the fuck out of here with that.
Bro, he went for his gut.
This is the only way the Broncos can score points.
Bro, he didn't even hit him with the crown of the helmet. He wrapped him. That's what you're supposed to do. Are you serious?
No, you're going to tuck him in and read him a bedtime story.
Yeah. You got to lay him down, put a blanket on him.
Samaje Perine in the backfield. 4-man rush. Wilson going.
Did he catch that?
Did he catch it?
They're going to say no.
No, and they want a review.
That's a great catch.
It would have been very tough, though. It would have been very tough.
That's a great catch.
But Brees Hall is not a receiving back. He's more of a just, general run. One foot down. Oh, that looks
the ball's like moving, though. Ball's moving.
I think that's a touchdown.
I'm 50-50. 50-50. Let's see.
If Sean Payton
one hand now has it, ball's moving. That's not going to be.
It's not moving to where, like, in my opinion, it's not moving to where you could say, oh, it's incomplete. No, I think that should be a touchdown.
It's obviously when he has full possession, so they are going to challenge this.
Yep.
Almighty says, all right, go ahead. Say what Jacobs.
Is there a point if we keep losing, you say Thomas doesn't come back this season? I mean, I thought they should have IR'd Thomas maybe because they thought this I think they underestimated how bad this hamstring injury is. I wouldn't sit him for the season, but don't rush him coming back. That's my opinion. Luca, you were saying?
Almighty says, I think it will get Hall more involved in the passing game. Maybe. But it's hard to, as me, as a fan, I hardly believe they'll like give him like 6, 7 receptions.
Yeah, it just seems like more of a Michael Carter or somebody else thing. Middle of the 8th, the Braves are down 3-1.
Jacob
What's the
has a
rule for
question.
IR? Minimum 4 weeks. It's minimum. Is it 4 or 3 weeks?
I want to say 4.
I think it's 4 weeks, and then PUP 6 weeks. So again, like I don't think they're going to do that now because I think maybe Thomas is more far along in his rehab. But again, man, I mean, it's a lost season. Lost season. We can finish up the rest of this immaculate grid well.
Braves are loaded.
Braves
Still can't win. Absolutely right.
Well, I think that's also the Dodgers too. I mean, I like the Braves better than the Dodgers because the Dodgers are just contemporary chokers. But what can I say? All right, so we did put in JT Snow, and we're gonna get a terrible rarity score either way. So,
what about Brandon Phillips for 30 stolen bases or Drew Stubbs?
Did Drew Stubbs actually get it?
I don't know.
Stubbs bases. Yeah, he did. Stubbs. 0.5%, so I'll give you credit there.
I thought he would have a higher score.
Jesse Smith says, I'll give you guys credit for sticking with this game. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, it's not been a pretty one, but we do this for you guys. We do this to interact with y'all.
Wow.
And stuff. What? They overturned it, didn't they?
Yep. They called it a touchdown. I don't think we'll watch this again. He makes the catch. It starts to move, and it moves with the arm. But I don't think you're right. I'm going to say you're kind of right on that one. It moves, but it doesn't move because it's loose. It moves because his arm is moving. So maybe that's ticky-tacky. That's 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, what would have been a good one? A good point by Jesse Smith, Joe Morgan.
Joe Morgan. That's a good one,
They're going to go for 2, and they will have 2. So
that couldn't have been
game.
That couldn't have been easier. If Denver wins, I'm going to laugh.
When does MLB free agency start? A little bit after the World Series, I'd say. And as you go into the depths of the December months, Alex and Luca, would you rather be a Yankees fan or a Dodgers fan?
Alex, can I present some good news for you?
Oh, good God.
The Giants gave us credentials.
Yes! Finally, motherfuckers. Who said who?
Mr. Cummings.
Finally, Pat Hanlon.
I'll tell you this. For these games below. Give me a second. It's gonna be the Jets game. Okay. They're gonna get they first of all, he wants to meet with us tomorrow, like as a group.
Okay.
Washington, Jets, New England.
Jets, New England. I'm gonna pray that I do the. Well, I mean, you could actually, if we could send like 2 and 2 for Jets and Giants, I mean, that would be good. But that's good. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Jacob. He said if maybe he could skip over a week for the Commanders game, I'd try to go again. Like, I need to go to that Jets game either way. But
who's this woman in blonde hair? I don't recognize her.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Rasheed Rice in motion. Mahomes takes a snap. Under pressure a little bit, fires check down to Kelsey, and Alex Singleton is right there.
Yeah, I think he just tackled him on his bad leg. Yep, he's limping.
Yeah, he's going to come off. He's going back in the huddle. He's going to come off the field. Yeah, he's going to come off the field for Noah Gray.
Jacob says, would you rather be a Yankees fan who consistently goes to the ALCS or the Dodgers who never get out of the first round?
Kind of like the same boat without less championships. So I'd rather just stick to being a Yankees fan.
I mean, the Dodgers got a Mickey Mouse ring freaking how many years ago?
Exactly. Second down and 7. Man in motion. Takes a snap. Mahomes goes right. He might have a first. He's going to fake and is pushed out by Jonathan Cooper. So big third down if you're Denver.
Mahomes was like, good job. Good job.
Good job, buddy. Let's see. I'm trying to think here.
Let's see what they do on 3rd and 2. I don't think they're going to get cute with this one, especially that time's winding down. Yeah, Jacob, Dave Roberts sucks.
Yeah, he's not good. Look, fires. Rashee Rice wide open in the middle of the field. Past the 50. Past the 40. Tripped up at the 39.
He's had some critical receptions. He's had some very critical receptions. Jacob, I'm going to say yes, at least since 2016, actually. So you want to do 7 years? Yeah, he is the Dodger version of Aaron Boone.
Are there any teams as talented as the Roberts teams? I don't think so.
And they've won squat. I don't care about the 2020 championship. It was for chumps.
It's for chumps. Kadarius Toney in motion takes the snap. Isaiah Pacheco, he's got to the 35. Need Denver to win. What did you bet or something, or you just got fantasy implications? Almighty. Yeah, just fingers crossed that, you know. And then that probably means, I mean, I'll say it on commercial. Anyway, second down and 6. Mahomes looks, fires wide open. Man, that's Sky Moore first down.
Why are they playing the zone?
Almighty, I would not.
No.
Tank for what do you mean for? You can't really tank with Dave Roberts because he wins in the regular season and the postseason doesn't matter. And then Jacob says Philly's really about to knock out ATL 2 years in a row. The blonde lady is John in disguise, Luca.
Well, so yeah, John took a.
He told her he didn't tell us that he was going to the game tonight. So, that's shame on him. After all we've given him, dress up in a blonde wear. Terrible. No, I'm saying the Broncos. Oh, I didn't look at the Giants tanking guide this week. Let's see if there is a tank guide.
Was there a timeout called, or was that play out of bounds? They called a timeout. They called a timeout.
Who called the timeout?
Denver.
Oh, their clock management sucks. The Rangers won.
Yeah, the Rangers won 5-1 against Buffalo.
Isaiah Pacheco's tackled in the backfield by Justin Simmons.
Oh, I think they just used another timeout.
Yeah, this is Sean Payton's management of timeouts necessarily hasn't been the greatest.
He's going to have to use those timeouts because eventually Kansas City's going to kick a field goal.
Yeah. Unless they block it, which, Harrison Butker is one of the best in the league.
What the hell are they thinking?
Honestly, I would have let Pacheco just go to the sideline.
I don't think he was going to go to the sideline, in my opinion. I think he was going to cut up field.
Second down and 11. One timeout remaining for Denver.
You got a glorified Mike McCoy on the sidelines.
Mike McCoy. McKinnon in the backfield. Toney in motion. They're going to give it to Toney. And, he slips a tackle, but not much there.
And they're not going to call timeout. Nope. Not yet.
I would just let it run down, honestly.
MG also says go Denver, probably for tanking purposes.
Yeah.
This would go down to about, let me do the math, 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
I mean, I don't even have to like root for a tank because I know the Giants are going to lose. I just need to root for the certain teams, but I don't think Denver's winning this game. My personal opinion, but my personal opinion could be wrong. And this could go to overtime and we could be tortured more. So after this week, actually, you're going to do it after this play. Mahomes being pressured and he takes the sack, which does solid enough. And Allen on the play, that's Zach Allen, which actually it does take time off the clock, forcing Denver to use a timeout.
They're not going to use one. It's going to go down to 2-minute warning.
Well,
I'll tell you a plus side of this. This is no longer a gimme field goal. This is going to be from about
2.5
yards.
Sacks on the season now for Zach Allen. But the next week, for schedule-wise, Denver is going to be home against Green Bay, 425 game, and the Chiefs, they're going to be home against the Chargers, 425 game as well.
So, Alex, you going to go in the Giants locker room?
Yeah, I'll go in the fucking Giants locker room. Currently have the 6th pick. Just say you want to tank. Well, 6th pick, would probably give us Penix, in my opinion. Yeah. With McDaniel's interview with the Giants during Dave's cycle, seems like he was one of the best one that got the job. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about like Josh McDaniels, you're talking about Mike McDaniel. Because it was between them, but yeah. I think Penix is the 3rd quarterback off the board. It depends how they rank, obviously, coming out of the Senior Bowl and all these different things.
Yeah, they're probably going to do. That's how I see it. Penix is 3rd.
Like, and there, to be fair, there is half of a college football season that has yet to be played.
Yeah, Jacob says, "What's the max I would give up for Captain Kirk?" I don't think he's going to get traded to the Jets. But if you wanted my honest opinion for what I would give up max, use a 3rd or a 4th. You can't use your 2nd or 1st right now because that's obviously the season is not over officially, because that's still a part of that Packers, trade and all.
Not one of your smarter decisions.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels didn't exactly.
Well, I mean, Dable was also like Mike McDaniel is a good coach and he's got a lot of weapons around him. But I mean, I wanted Dable at the time, and I was really unsure about McDaniel because I'm like, he's only been a coordinator 1 year. So Giants have to tank. I mean, they're going to lose already. I mean, the team is not going to say we're going to tank. Maybe the front office will, but again, the Giants will have a top 10 pick. So no need to. I mean, I'm not saying
Yes, you should root for a tank. You should root for the tank of the tank.
If you guys want to root for a tank, root for a tank. Morally, I'm not going to do it.
Cut it with the moral crap,
You're
dude.
never going to push me over the edge.
Bro, rooting for losses in the situation you're in is not wrong. It's there's casual fans who will say, they'll always root for the win. That's fine and well, even when their team really sucks. But there's meaningless games up ahead for the Giants. Why don't you just root for the tank? It doesn't, it doesn't lessen you as a fan. If you want to tank for Caleb Williams, that's fine. You tank for the best quarterback. You lose games. It could happen, dude.
Penix either one.
I don't understand this moral stuff you're on.
So Harrison Butker, I think this one's going to be up from about 50. 52 yards specifically. A miracle would be him not making the field goal for Denver. Kick is up. The kick is good. He made 60 and he's made 52, so it's 19-8. I wonder if this is scoregami.
Did the mascot change clothes? Thank you, Armand. Embrace the tank.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of names out there, Jacob. There's McCarthy. There's Penix.
McCarthy,
AJ Jefferson, Shador Sanders. The kid from like Washington State. Something.
Hold on. I know Brian brought him up. Penn State quarterback. That is Cameron Ward.
Cam Ward, that's it. So, a lot of options. But everybody will go down. You're not trading Daniel Jones for a pick. Well, let me tell you why. Because no one's going to take his, and this is realistic. This is not me defending Daniel Jones or whatever. No one's going to take his contract. So what you're going to have to do is do what we did with Eli, play him in his last year before you get rid of him, and play him on that cap hit, and then have the rookie quarterback either learn under him or Jones is a backup. That's what's going to have to happen. Kick is away and is in the end zone for a touchback. No one's taking DJ for a third round pick. He might stay another year. Trade DJ again. Like, I don't think a bag of cookies would. Like, am I wrong, Luca?
No, I don't think anybody's taking the contract right now.
Exactly.
But do you think the Giants just get out of it with the when they
you
do?
can either like it depends how his value is next year. His either value is good or at least solid. You trade him for like a 6th or a 7th after the second year, or you just cut him. But Russell Wilson will take snaps, down 11 points. Rush coming. Wilson fires. Caught. No, it's dropped.
That's something. That's a great play. I think that was McDuffie back there, but that's got to be caught by Troutman, excuse me.
If Cousins can you because Cousins is on an expiring contract. Daniel Jones is not.
That's a
and
great
Cousins
play.
is better. What's the over under?
Let me look at the ESPN over under.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10, 150 left to go. Wilson looks, fires, is out of the backfield. Perrine.
Oh, he
it's
fumbled.
A fumble. It's recovered by the Chiefs. Willie Gay with the recovery, and this game's about over.
All right, let's look at the over under, folks. It is 47.5.
Oh, yeah,
a massive hit on the under.
The dump.
Let's look at the play.
Yeah.
Yep. Not even.
Well,
not
that
down.
ball's out.
That's the game.
That ball's out. McDuffie with the punch out. It's really an unforced error, but it's an error, of course.
Yep, and they'll just kneel it out because Denver has, one timeout? And I'm going to bet money, if they have a timeout, Sean Payton will call one. Because he did it last week.
He's a petty piece of shit, that's why. Damn, Wilson is washed, hasn't even thrown for 100. No.
Nope. The fact that he is not thrown for 100 is amazing. Like, you cannot even Zach Wilson threw for 245 yards against the Chiefs. And we're talking about Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Tyron coming to play. Denver's total trash. Yep. Seemed like with the I mean, you're not wrong, but again, the contract, like they have Mac Jones. They have a Jones that they don't want already. Is Luca's girlfriend? Yes, Taylor Swift is at the game. They haven't shown her like too much tonight, I will say.
Yeah, even Al Michaels said, you can't really show the sideshow in place of the show.
Yeah. But Kansas City will ride to 5-1, and Denver will ride to 1-5. Broncos country, let's ride.
Won the last 16 regular. Yep, the streak continues. Continues. I could not imagine being a Bronco fan.
I mean, you must be put through ultimate hell. But, folks, that'll do it as the clock winds down. No more plays need to be run. Let's see, Luca, would you been in the picture with her and Woody?
No, I rather not
right now, but we're gonna leave that for another time.
I rather not.
But Luca, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Obviously, good win for the Chiefs. Kind of a grinder. I thought the Chiefs would score a lot more. Denver defense did a very nice job, but the offense sucks. And you really can't say much about that. Wilson's terrible. Sean Payton's play calling is suspect. It's just not consistent offense. They have the talent. That's what kills.
Right. But make sure you guys tune in. Nothing tomorrow, but on Saturday we got 2 stuff for you guys. We got the Notre Dame live stream at 7:30 versus USC. So if you folks want to see 2 quarterbacks that are probably coming out this year, and Caleb Williams and Sam Hartman, you tune in here because we'll be doing our first college game in the morning. Well, early afternoon, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big Blue in the Bronx, Bills preview. Sunday, Rise and Rush podcast. I'll be at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we're back at it Monday, Boys to Big Apple, doing all the good stuff. So like, comment, subscribe. Cut Russell Wilson. I mean, if you're in fantasy, you cut Russell Wilson. But
Yeah.
we appreciate you guys. And we will see you Saturday live.
Peace.
Peace.